Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello from everybody all around the world to the hottest show in all the globe. The Welch Report with me, your host Jean-Luc Welch. Make some noise, that's right, clap it up, get excited wherever you are. We're back right here on a Friday afternoon to start off your week with a bang, with some phenomenal action and with a show dedicated to you. Absolutely, this is your time to shine. We back and we here to make your weekend or the end of the week strong. Leading into the weekend, we still got more fights coming on this. Well, not more fights. Excuse me. We already are excited for all the fights coming up this weekend. But hey, we've had action going on yesterday. We had action going on in the NBA. We had action going on in boxing right now, with potentially some new developments in the whole saga of Teofimo Lopez. And of course, we got action fueled by you, the public, because again, on Fridays, it is you all's controlled show. That is right. Oh yes, indeed. It's a time to make it so the whole entire show is a championship round. That's right. Oh, we might have to call this segment 1886, because this is going to be a show where we got one round and you don't end until you drop, or until we just say, okay, we done, like they used to do back in the days of boxing. We're going I still don't know how they did it. My gosh, yeah, one fight going, what, 200? I think one fight went like 150 to almost 200 rounds outright. They just kept on fighting until they dropped. Well, that's us. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about, honestly, whatever you all got on your mind. And we still got segments on the show that we do the docket. And so, we great. We good. We're going to rock until the sun go down. And we're going to make this a show to remember. Absolutely. Because this is the time to make sure that we end this week strong. And we can't do it without your support. If you are new to the show, please leave a like on the video. Since you're here, go ahead and help out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Comment your thoughts and opinions on whatever we discuss, and we can bring it up in the chat. Like with J. Will, the GOAT, referencing to me. Again, I'm just a humble man. I ain't nothing special, but I appreciate the sentiment. Absolutely. What up, man? How you doing? And what up to everybody all across the YouTube airways and just the ethos of the sports media landscape. If you got something to say and you want to talk about it, put it right here in the chat and we can bring it up for this show to begin. Oh, and also, leave a like on the video, comment thoughts and opinions, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the show. That's the one I was thinking of. Share the show with everybody that you know, so we can keep on building up this empire together. Absolutely, no doubt about it. And we going to keep on growing and shining. We got 3 more people join the show and subscribe yesterday, so we making some good traction. Also, full disclaimer, we are available on every podcasting platform imaginable. Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your local podcast. So, rate us 5 stars there. Listen to us on the go, in your job, at home, in your car, don't matter where. Give us, or rather give yourself, some entertainment by choosing our show for your daily audio listening needs. And so we appreciate all the support nonetheless, but we got a whole bunch to discuss, and we got a show driven by you. So let's do what we do best. It's time to jump fully into the deep end. We in the championship rounds. Let's get it started. Let's get it popping. Make the show you want, and let's hear what you got to say. No question about it. Oh, and one more thing. I almost forgot. And Jay Will, I see you. Oh, we got a lot to discuss. I'm gonna touch on it all, but we gotta do the quick promotional stuff first. But I see what you comment and everybody else commenting. I do see it. Oh, we gonna get to it. We're in the rounds now. Say whatever you want to say on sports or whatever topics you want to discuss, and we'll go through it and we'll ebb and flow through the show. Absolutely. But now that I know how to work it correctly, and we got all the loopholes done, we got, no, wrong way. We got ourselves a monetary thing. Oh yeah. Hey, if you want to support the show, send some money and help. You like what you're doing. Hey, Cash App. Y'all been asking for it. Some people have been saying they wanted to do stuff. I was hesitant because I wanted to make sure we had everything all together, and I wasn't potentially going to get docked under YouTube guidelines and all that stuff. Because again, I'm new to this whole thing. But we're in the clear. Seem to be in the green. So if you want to give to the show, you can go and scan the QR code or go directly to Cash App and type in my Cash App name exactly how it is. Jean-Luc Welch. Again, capital J, capital L, capital W. Not all caps, not all lowercase. I know. I should have made it better. more simplistic. I was trying to change how this is, but I couldn't. But yes, as is on the screen, if you want to support the show, please do. It means a lot. I'll read whatever you chat. If you want to send a question, you want to have something read outright, or priority. Hey, you're paying money. At least I think that's how it works. That's how it normally works on YouTube. So, till we get monetary on YouTube so we can do super chats, this is what we're rocking with. So, we're going to make it work regardless. So, it would mean the world to me, and I do appreciate it. But, with all that being said, we got stuff to do. We got shows to talk about. Let's get into the nitty gritty of what you got to say on this show. Let's go on right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's read Jay Will. As a lot of stuff he has to say. My goodness, Dark Out Rules, that might be a good name for this for this for this specific day. Friday might be Dark House Rules. That might be good. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna put that in the docket, put a pin in it. But that might be a great show for this Friday edition of the show that we always do. Let's see. Keyshawn wants all the smoke. Yes, he does. No question about it. My goodness, this is a show. This brother is a man who is waiting, eager, absolutely on fire to take the world by storm and potentially not do what his predecessors have done, which is drag their feet to get in the fights that we want to see. Oh, and by way of the press conference and by way that he's operating right now, this man looks like he is going to really put the pedal to the metal when it comes to making his career absolutely spectacular. By that, I mean going through and making an effort to get everybody he can on his name, under his belt, making a concerted effort to ensure that nobody is able to avoid what he's got to offer, especially since now he's a champion. If he keeps on as the rise and keeps on putting on these dominating performances, especially if he wins against De Los Santos tomorrow, this is going to be forget a jumping off point. Oh, this brother's going to be, he's going to say, I got enough leeway now to now force my way into some stuff. And he's bold enough to say, I know the boxing game. I am the boxing game. I'm going to make it bend to what I want to do. And by that, I mean, I'm going to make sure that anybody I want smoke with can't get away from me. And it's not going to not have to face me head on when it comes to trying to make their own legacy great. I'm unavoidable. And I'm just that good. That's how he feels. And I love it. I love the mentality. No question about it. He is he's a throwback fighter. Keyshawn Davis is a throwback fighter. Let's be real about it. He's a throwback fighter. He fights with the same mantra that we've heard other greats fight with before, which is they want to go and truly push the limit and back up what they say against the people that would validate. Not going by and trying to just skirt off of the hype and notoriety and getting maybe one or two. Nah, if I say I'm the best, I'm the best. Who's the best that you all say? I'm going to put him down. Point blank, period. That's what his mentality is. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Timo was interested last night, and Tio was interviewed last night, and it all sounded like a duck. And that is exactly why we got the title of the show. Again, we still got a whole agenda and stuff so that we can have a ever-present flow of stuff to discuss while you're getting your own questions, debates, and stuff together. Oh, absolutely. And this was one of them. Going through it. It's cut. Did Teofimo Lopez lie to us all? And T.O. Duck Part 2, because my goodness, it's just been a whirlwind of new information that contradicts everything that we seem to get apparent. And we said we are going to call it out, and we're going to call it out, no question about it. And we're about to talk about it right now. Absolutely. But let me see. The Pacers shocked the world. They did. Good gosh, I'm trying to figure out which one to talk about first. Let's, you know what? We'll touch it. T.O.'s going to be a minute. That's going to be a hot minute conversation. I'll touch on the Patriots real quick. I told you all it was going to be a good series. I told you all it's still going to be OKC in 5. I also told you that the Patriots are doggone the scariest team in the NBA right now. And with how they can come back from the depths of despair, like the Undertaker rising up and just conquering whatever comes their way when it seems to be all for naught. Oh, it's stupid. It's stupid. But they were down by over 10. They were down by plus 10. They didn't have the lead for the entire game up until that Halliburton game winner. I cannot believe this is the 4th time this man has done this. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. It's wild. It's wild. Brother, he did it. He whooped Cleveland. He hit a game winner against the Knicks. He hit a game winner, I believe, in the first round. Then hit a game winner essentially every single rung of this playoff. Just one run. He's hit a game winner. He's 5 for 5 when it comes to game time and game winning shots right now. That's ridiculous. That's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. This man had, 14 points on the night? 12 before making that 2 to win the game? And he wasn't playing great at all, but this man still, like when it came up clutch, brother, it happened. And they just stick around. This Patriots team, they just stick around. That's their whole mantra. They stick around just long enough so that they got a chance. And once they get a chance, now they always capitalize. It is one of the most unpredictable, yet ironically enough, consistent means of winning. Because you don't think somebody can come back this much, this often, and always be able to seal it once they get within striking range of taking the lead and winning the game, even after they've been dominating. OKC dominated this team, but it was 90, well, what was it? It was like 88-60 at one point, or at least 72-92 at one point in time, somewhere around that score, by like the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter. OKC seemed like they were going to run away with this. Shea had 40. Shea had just about 40. What was it, like 39, 40 points just about? What? Are you kidding me? And it's like, you brought it up. Hallie had 14 points. SGA had 38. He played like the MVP. SGA did whatever he wanted to do. And OKC seemed like they were too dominant. Lo and behold, they just go and run roughshod. I don't know. At this point, what can you say except for, this is going to be work. This is going to be some real work on the side of OKC. They're still the better team. But my gosh, you want to talk about a means of real, gut punch? That's what Pacers just gave them. They've been doing this all season. People kept saying this was a fluke, it's going to end. It might not end. This could be an upset in the making. Oh gosh, I can't wait for game 2. I don't care what anybody says, this is not a series that casual fans should not be tuning into because it ain't the Lakers or some big market. Brother, there's a reason why these two teams are so good, because they're that exciting and they're actually able to capitalize on mistakes on a consistent basis and be elite teams up to their own, that live up to what they did in the regular season, if not go beyond that now. But this can't miss TV. This is can't miss TV. I'm watching. I'm glued to every game now. Now that I know that the Pacers did this to OKC, a team that I thought would never let a comeback happen, like the New York Knicks have done, like Cleveland did. This is insane series. Insane series, no question about it. But Teo, got to talk to you. Need to discuss Teo. Also, I think somebody said something else. Let's see. You two need to hook up with Earn My Time. Yeah, so we can just have it easy through YouTube instead of having to do Cash App. I'm all for either one. And again, we want to make it worth your while. If you're gonna support. But we're gonna put in the work to make sure that we can make this show a self-sustaining ecosystem. No question about it. So if you want to help and support and you like what you hear, want to put a question, you want to give us some priority, send it to the thing, and we're going to see what we can do. But we're going to operate the same way as always. And so, can they continue this magic? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. This might go to 6. And the Patriots may be in the lead. if they keep on winning these demoralizing type games. It's going to be difficult. They can't have 19 turnovers like they did in game one. Can't have that again in the first half. They can't have that. But if they can come back from that, and this is the worst game potentially they're going to play for the entire series, oh, OKC better watch out. OKC better watch out. But now with this interview specifically that you brought up, we are invested because this is a continuation of what happened yesterday. We were discussing whether or not T.O. ducked Devin Haney. Now, for the full disclaimer, when we talked about this whole situation, remember I did say originally T.O. ducked him, no question. Absolutely. But when we saw what the manager has sent out to Ring Magazine, the public statement of stuff going on behind the scenes with T.O., I said, okay, we've seen Charlo go through personal stuff that has him had to step away. We've seen T.O. go through personal stuff that has hurt his boxing career. We've seen others who outside of boxing, whether it's health or otherwise, they needed to step away because some things are bigger than the sport. And we said we'll hold off on the ducking talk once it came at the end of the show. And we said if further information comes through, we're going to reevaluate it as such. Now we got new information coming through. And it ain't looking good. Let's be real. It ain't.
Hey, look at us. We got the problems here.
It ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. This is I kept the thumbnail and the picture the same and just changed the title on the picture because we're just on the back end of that video now. It's literally just the same thing, same conversation, and now we're just getting confirmation. T.O. did duck. He did. Because, and if it's an interview that I'm thinking of, he went on Twitter and he was doing a interview with, was it Hassan? Might have been. Twitter username Hassan, who's big in the boxing landscape. At least I know he posted. I can't remember exactly who was the sole interviewer. But when we see, I'll pull it up for you so we can make sure that we get right verification, and everybody can see what we got going on. Here we go. Yep. Is this it? I believe this is the. Yep. This is the clip. This is the clip. So we're going to the old picture-in-picture. Discussing the likes of T.O. T.O. essentially went on Twitter and was like, yeah, you all could see me fight either Tank or, who was it? Tank or, I don't know, who was it? Tank or Boots next year. And I'm trying to figure out, wait a second, hold on. If you said you were going to step away for personal reasons, and it seemed like it was something heavy, one, you shouldn't be this out and about when it comes to dealing with the boxing public, especially after the whole saga that you just went through with everybody looking at you and saying, hey, brother, you looking mighty sketchy. You looking mighty dangerous. You looking mighty, how do we say, inconsistent with what you're supposed to be as a fighter and what you say you stand for. And so now, I'll play it for you right now. Again, it's a short clip, but this is this is the gist, the full gist of what was said in the interview.
Analysts on that part. Look, I only have.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. And there we go.
Analysts on that part. Look, I only have promotional fees to pay Top Rank, but I could go anywhere, wherever. You guys could possibly see me and Tank fight. You guys could possibly see me and Boots fight. You guys could analysts on that part.
And so again, the full interview.
Look, I only have.
The full interview is there, and also we got some stuff with T.O. talking about Keyshawn and whatnot. But essentially, this man was saying yesterday he got to take time away. Now he's reiterating the very fight that is not going to happen because Boots is not going after T.O. because Boots, as of this point in time, is sticking to his regime of going and fighting for the titles at 147 and then moving up to 154. Why is he still trying to entertain and hype up or say the fight with Boots potentially is going to happen, or even the fight with Tank is going to happen? You going out of your way to name two fighters that at this point in time don't look like they want anything to do with you. Boots, more specifically. Tank, we almost are assured he doesn't want to fight anybody. We're interested to see what he's going to do after he fights Lamont Roach, depending on that result. But we're almost assured, brother, he ain't moving up to fight you. And you ain't going to go down that far to fight him, most likely. This is, I gave him the benefit of the doubt that, yeah, he wasn't trying, he potentially had something going on. Nah, this is just a full-blown duck. Because if you are still entertaining Boots and Tank, and you don't get Devin Haney, who was going to give you similar to Boots money, on top of what we've talked about with Keyshawn Davis, also getting a shot to fight you, but you turning it down, and you were going to get the same money that Boots would have gotten you for that fight, which was $11 million. Yeah, no, this whole situation, it's a duck. It's outright duck.
Hey, look at this.
No question. This is one of the most egregious situations of somebody avoiding competition I maybe have ever seen. I'm so serious. We are dealing with a man who has consistently ran in this way, in this particular instance, more than in a more sporadic and one of the most detrimental natures of running from competition that I've seen in the slew of like 3 days. Because stuff just kept coming out that keeps on contradicting exactly what was supposed to be the case when it came to you, your career, and what exactly was or wasn't the trajectory. Mind you, he believe it this time, he signed with, is it TBG? I think that's the promoter. I think is it TBG? TGB? I believe one of the TGB, yeah, that's what TGB Promotions. Reportedly, that's what he is going to sign with now. And so, going to fight, it's why is it that you wouldn't just take the fight with Haney if you are going to get the same money, and you would get more money if you beat Haney than what you would going naked into the fight with Tank or Boots, both of which don't want anything to do with you because none of them are looking your way as a fighter to make it so that they want to deal with you. You're not in any of their radars, and you're still trying to get that fight. But the mega fight that we're saying you can take is right there for you. That's giving you the same monetary value as the fight where you will be fighting a tougher opposition. And let's be real. Let's be completely real. Even with Devin Haney being on a lower stock because of what he did against Jose Ramirez, which really hurt what we see him as a fighter, this man still has a more well-known name than Boots Ennis in the grand scheme of the boxing world. That's not hyperbole. That's not me trying to play apology. That's real. That's real. This brother still got more acclaim than what Boots has in his career as a fighter. He is still more well-known. He is still more, even to the casual fans, though they don't like him, he still is more recognizable. Just by proxy of notoriety. Even if it's hate, they still know the brother more. I don't get why you want to go out of your way and force the issue on a fight that has no business happening because they don't want to deal with you. Because you aren't in their radar in the slightest. You're bringing up Tank. Tank is known for not taking on any hard competition, let alone you as the main guy. We got to see if he can get through Lamont Roach first. And even then, after that point, we learned concretely that Tank was going to fight Jake Paul if he had beaten Lamont Welch. That fight can still happen. Don't forget that. Don't forget that at all. That fight can still happen. I don't want it to happen. I hate it if it does happen. But that fight can still happen after the Lamont Roach fight. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Let Jake Paul get a viral knockout on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And let Tank get a knockout on Lamont Roach. Jake Paul will call him out. It'll be too much money for Tank to refuse. Tank's taking that fight. More likely than not. Because we don't have, at least me, I don't have any faith in Tank as a consistent dominant fighter against top-level competition because he doesn't fight top-level competition. Let's be real about it. He doesn't fight top-level competition on a consistent basis. Pedraza, Leo Santa Cruz, Isak Cruz, all good names. Ryan Garcia, good name. After Ryan Garcia, nothing. Ryan Garcia has been his best fight to date in terms of name and quality. The most well-known, right? One of the biggest stars. That's the only big-time name of that Four Kings saga. With him, Teo, Tank, Devin. That's the only buddy that he fought. And even outside of that, he never fought any of the other champions at 135. And when it was in place to make stuff happen, Shakur's there, Keyshawn's there. Lomachenko was there before he retired. And didn't take it. That's the issue. We know, based on track record and consistency, Tank does not want you and won't fight you. Almost assuredly. Almost assuredly. Boots is not looking your way because Boots is going up to 154. After he unifies a third belt or goes for undisputed at 147 right now, where he's at. You can't go this route and then try to make it seem like some major stuff's going on behind the scenes, when in actuality, it's nothing really major. Again, like we said, based on what information came out after his manager put out the statement that stuff is going on personally that won't be disclosed right now, he can't fight right now, no problem. Up until now, stuff starts contradicting what should be a very serious situation. Now, all that goes out the window. Nah. You ducked your biggest op that should have been the easiest op of all the ops that you face off against that you said you wanted to call out. Remember, you called out Crawford, you called out Boots, you called out Tank. We love the bravado, but at the same time, we also understand there's a realistic nature to what can be made, especially if none of them are looking your way. If you want to get there, you got to beat the best around you. What the world? Like, I don't get, why is that so hard? Why is that so hard to think about? Teo is a commodity, yes, but again, he's trying to break the game that he hasn't even leveled up enough to be able to have a sense of complete control of. He hasn't. The way that he's trying to move up and down in rank, go to different weight class, left, right, and center, and just throw his weight around, he ain't got no weight to throw. That's the problem. He ain't got no weight to throw. There's no weight to throw when it comes to him as a fighter. This isn't me trying to be disrespectful. I'm saying the way he's trying to move is a movement predicated on I am able to do whatever I want to do because I'm that guy. You're one of the guys as a talent, but in terms of that guy, you're not one of them. That it guy that can really say, give me this, give me that, make this, make that. No, it doesn't work. All of this is going to hurt your stock. All this is going to hurt you. That's the crux of it all. And again, Teo lied. Teo is not really about, if he was really about making his name as big as he could, Devin Haney would not be a fight that would be avoided by Teo. It wouldn't. Even if indeed he can't fight up until next year because something's actually going on. Fine. You then say, I want Haney. Outright. You name Haney as at least one of the ops that you say you want to get in the ring with and fight against when you do indeed get the chance. When you're interviewed. You don't skirt around or just completely disassociate yourself from that opposition that is supposed to be the closest and most relevant op to you. That is indeed a big star. It makes no sense if you're really going to be about that life. And Teo is just frustrating. It's just frustrating because this man continues to contradict, sabotage, and mess his own self up. He lied. He lied. He lied. Because he lied to us not just about why he was ducking. Oh, he ain't really saying it's because he's trying to really hone in on Boots and Tank. Like, it is a frustrating sentiment when you can talk like you think, you talk like you're the mountain, but really you are just a molehill. When it comes to you trying to push yourself, it's just an endless cavalcade of just pain, and just disappointment. That's really what he is, outright disappointed. But let me see what people. As I said, we got people commenting. Yo, Angry Mexican, what's going on with you? How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in to the show. No question about Tio Hall of Fame talent with diva mentality. That's the struggle with all of this. Al Booger, what's good with you? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in to the show. Appreciate you all joining on. Hey, y'all been asking for a way to support. We got ourselves a Cash App. I finally learned how to do this thing. And I also know loopholes. We clear. So now, if you want to support the show, you can send some money to the Cash App. Whatever amount. I ain't got no strict thing. We just trying to make this show worth your while. You see, I'm here trying to do this as my job, so I do got to get some support. I don't like asking for it. Trust me, I don't. But it's just something. While we can't get, while we're waiting on YouTube monetization and watch time and all that mess that we discuss all the time beforehand, hey, it's a means to, if you want to help support and you want to help make this show better and better, invest what we got back into the show, and also put a little bit of pennies in my, put some pennies in my pocket, hey. Make it worth your while. Absolutely. But we still gonna rock the same way. Hey, you can ask questions here if you want to have a specific topic or do it in the chat, whatever the case may be. We're gonna keep the show running, no question about it. But y'all asked for it, we got it. If you want to support, feel free, and it would mean the world so much to me. Absolutely. So, but let me see what people keep on saying. I like T.O. though. I don't get into all the racial stuff. Fighters have said stuff about tacos. I don't care. Fighters call turkey people cowboys. And in Latin, it's a raw sport. And it's like, we covered the racial stuff. It's wrong. I've covered it. I don't like that people do it. Understandable. I don't try to get into all of that stuff because I already know where I stand on it. And we call it out. Plain and simple. But it's beyond, again, this is bigger than just the antics outside the ring. It is now with the fight specifically. Now we're getting frustrated because other volatile entities in boxing have existed before. And again, boxing isn't tennis. It's not. Absolutely it's not. Let's see. What do you have PayPal? Oh shoot, do I got PayPal? My gosh, I don't know. I gotta check and see. I can't remember if I made an account or not. Shoot. Well, if I did, I ain't added. I'm gonna say yes because I'm just trying to remember. I ain't added though, so I ain't got no way to. I don't know how to. Shoot, see, this is why I was. This is now I'm forgetting. I'm gonna look like. Look. Y'all gonna have me looking like a doggone. Y'all gonna have me looking like boxing in the early 2000s when I got, or the UFC in the early 2000s. I'm gonna just have a whole back wall of nothing but just ways to support. Looking like just a whole towel of sponsorships, just all different colors and sizes, like they used to do back in the day, with people who sponsored boxers and had all that stuff filling up the trunks, or had a banner filled with it all. So, but as of right now, Cash App's the best way. PayPal, if I find it, I'll add it, or I'll make one and put it up so that you all can support. So, and if that's the only way you can do it, don't worry about it. It's all good. We still gonna rock regardless. We just want to stick around, and all we care about is making good content. That's the biggest thing. And so, no question. But going back to this, what was it? Angry Mexican. There's been other people in the sport that have been very much volatile. Whether it's racism, whether it's just hateful, whether it's just, oh, I'm being the villain, all that stuff. We've seen that before. The issue is more so they got in the ring still. They didn't avoid competition. that was like, oh, you can't talk all this smack and then not go about doing what you say you're going to do. Or at least through the same vein, if things change, you still go on the next best track. If you are like you are. Because now you gotta understand, beyond just people not agreeing with what you say and you being a villain in boxing, now if you ain't even fighting, it's like, well, shoot, you're not a villain worth investing in. You're not a villain that it's like, oh, you gonna talk all this stuff, but then you don't actually take people out that you say you can take out. You don't live up to what you think you are as a boxer. And there's also now a track record that we can link back to of people that you don't attempt to try to do something with. Now, forget the conversation about what you do outside the ring, good, bad, or otherwise. Now, inside the ring, what you're supposed to be known for, you're now being seen as a fluke, a facade, somebody who ain't really like that. They ain't really like that. I mean, shoot, Mayorga was hated, vilified, understandably so, by the boxing public. Antonio Margarito, hated, oh, so hated. Oh, he was one of the biggest villains and one of the more unliked people in boxing history. Yet still, the brother consistently got in the ring with all of the stuff, cheating and otherwise. Shame, absolutely. And I'm not condoning that in the slightest. What I am saying is, when opposition was there, he did go after it. With all the talk, with all the vibrato, with all of the banter. He didn't move like this. And this is part of why being a villain is so hard. And we've had this conversation before, like with Devin Haney. This is why it's difficult to be a villain in boxing. Not just because everything gets scrutinized, but also because you, as a villain, you don't get the same luxury to be able to go away from the people that you say you want to have. Tank, for as much as we talk about Tank not fighting people, Tank isn't really a villain to the boxing public. People love Tank. People vouch for Tank the Kingdom Come. The man's beloved, no question. He's polarizing. He is to some degree, to some people, he's a mythical figure. To some people, that's all they know about the sport. But with him, even still going away and not fighting people that are like, hey, we want to see you against the best of the best. Though we criticize it absolutely, still, they still follow him. You can call him an anti-villain. You can call him a chaotic neutral. But even still, I'm tired of talking about him. Because for me, from how he's moved, he's turned into a villain for me. Not in sense of, oh, I hate him or I despise him. No, love the way that he fights, love the way that he boxes, all that stuff. But I don't like the way that he's moved throughout his career. Especially once he reached the zenith and never really took hold of going after opposition that was indeed on his level or even better than him to show us how great he really was. Didn't like that. But he's still beloved for a lot of people. Tio ain't in that same boat. And because of that, he doesn't get the luxury of being able to say, okay, yeah, I can do what I want, and then without consequence from anybody who supports me. Now, he doesn't move like he say he needs to move. He doesn't do what we all feel should be done. Whatever you do outside of the sport doesn't hit you as hard as that inside the sport when you choose to not do the op that you're supposed to do. When you don't do that, it's a problem. When you don't do that, it's an issue. When you don't do that, it's a consequence that it follows you. It hurts you. It makes you very much a dangerous, well, not dangerous. It makes you, for your own career, dangerous. No question about it. And so it can be a problem. It can definitely be a problem. And with Tio, he's learning that quickly. He's learning that very quickly. You can't move like that and expect to be just okay. No question about it. But let me see what's going on. RO, Brother, what's going on with you? Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning into the show. How you doing, man? Glad to see you back. Appreciate you tuning in on the show. We're glad that you are here. No question about it. What do you think Loma is the first ballot Hall of Famer? 18-3 record and his best wins, I'd say Gary Russell or Linares. Amateur record will probably be factored into it too. I say, let me think. Yes, I say yes. His amateur record, the record that he had with getting a championship in what, 4 fights? 4 or 6 fights? And then subsequently defending it and being in a championship fight after his 4th fight for his entire career. On top of him with the amateur record being 326-1. Arguably, he has a real conversation to be the greatest amateur boxer that has ever lived. Genuine. 2-time gold medalist. Was pound for pound with Crawford, Spence, Tank, Usyk, Fury, Benavidez, Canelo, all boxing at the same time. All more in their physical primes than they were at this point in time in their career. And he was pound for pound number 1. He was pound for pound over Inoue on Inoue's rise up. And I didn't question it. Are you kidding me? I didn't question it. Because he was that doggone good. The pro career might be short, but brother, it's almost his entire career is a championship career. Either he's defending it, he won it, or he was fighting for a different one. And so it's ridiculous. And excuse me, I had the record wrong. 18-3 is indeed the record with 12-0. But I mean, he's got some of the greatest footwork that boxing has ever seen. Legitimately has some of the greatest footwork that boxing has ever witnessed in its history. He is a standard that for decades to come will be a blueprint for you to understand the true sweet science of angles in infighting as a smaller fighter. Even if you aren't physically big, brother, your feet can win you the world. This brother made 4 people quit back to back to back to back to back. Who was it? It was, 5. Nicholas Walters, Jason Sosa, Miguel Mariga, Guillermo Rigondeaux, and then knocked out Jorge Norris. But he made 4 people quit consecutively. As in, not get knocked out, not get beat up to the point that, you just can't continue. He mentally broke 4 fighters in a row. He broke Guillermo Rigondeaux to the point that they all said, I can't beat them. There's no point in trying. Do you understand how good you have to be to make it so that people willingly say, I can't fight him. I don't want this. I quit. And not because, he's running. Not because, he doesn't want to fight. Brother, he's fighting me. He's in the pocket. It's too much. I can't beat it. There's no point in trying. That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. And if anything, most of his losses are indeed disputed. A lot of his losses are disputed because of the fact that this cat, what was it? First loss was against Orlando Salido, split decision. Also, Salido was overweight coming into that fight, so he wasn't even on weight for the fight. He had that advantage there, and even then, it was split between who won who. That loss is debated. The fight with Teal is debated by a lot of people, though I think that loss was the most legitimate loss that Loma had on his career. And then Devin Haney fight, we're still debating on that to this day whether or not he indeed did lose that fight. I don't think he lost that fight. But this man he's something to behold. As a small fighter, even in this 135 weight class, this man conquered everybody. And even if he lost most of the time, everybody, at least half the people feel like, nah, he didn't lose that fight. There's a couple people that feel this man should be undefeated. And his losses aren't actually losses. They're robberies. That's how a lot of the public feels. This man is a barometer, and he should be and will be in the Hall of Fame. No question. Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the amateur record being that great. Oh, no question he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. No question. No question he's going to be. And for me, my money, he'll be first ballot. Just like Errol Spence should be in the Hall of Fame. First ballot once he gets an opportunity. Pound for pound, one of the most destructive welterweights that we've seen of this era in boxing, or of the last era in boxing. His only loss was to Errol Spence Jr., but he beat everybody else. It's like, nah, it's ridiculous. People saying he ain't a Hall of Famer, that's stupid. That's preposterous. Same thing for Lomachenko. He's a Hall of Famer. Both of them absolutely deserve their flowers, no question. Let me see, amateur record will probably carry a factor in it. Yes, it will. Absolutely. 100% yes, amateur record, Olympic record, multiple time world champion. So no question about it. Wait a second. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. Oh, my gosh. We got some money. Oh, we got paid. Let's go. Yeah. Al Booga. Hey, you sent, what was it, $5? Just about. Appreciate it. Oh, my gosh. Brother, it's the first time I've successfully made money doing this. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a second. I gotta compose myself now. Wait a second. This is exciting. This is groundbreaking. What time is it? 1:40 on 1:40 on June 6th, 2025. I made my first $5 from Al Booga. Doing this on YouTube. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. So this is what it's like to be proud, man. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, I'm about to. I don't know what I'm about to do. I feel like I just won the lottery. This is great. This is appreciated. Thank you again so much for this. I appreciate it. Again, you didn't have to. We are trying to make this a job, absolutely. But this is all driven by you, the fans, and you actually willing to give. It does me good. It really does me good. And I'll make sure that I keep on being a good standard, not just of entertainment, but of value, so that you can, hey, it's worth supporting. But Al Booga, hey, I appreciate it. For real. I appreciate it so much. And it means the world, man. It means the world. You're the first one. You're the first. You're the first. Hopefully you'll be the first of many. But you're the first to help out this channel and fully give some more. No, you've been helping out already. But it means a lot, man. It really does. It really does. I do appreciate it. And let's see, 100% yes, amateur record, Olympic record, multiple time world champion, Hall of Famer in my eyes, absolute. Tio is a two-time division champion, two-time lineal champion, 3-belt unified, who beat Loma 8-4 at worst, 7-5, and dominated Taylor. So is he a first ballot? I mean, yeah, most likely, yeah. Yeah. Now, Loma was more dominating at his best. And plus, again, the amateur record is just sublime. Understandable. So he'll get in first. And he'll probably be more likely to be first ballot than Tio at this point in time. But Tio, yeah, with this type of resume, beating Lomachenko. Though, yeah, sure, he lost to Kambosos, but again, losses don't make or break the whole of the career. And with this type, he should be undisputed. Remember, we talked about this. With the whole fight when he beat Lomachenko, there was some some weird stuff going on with the belt of what was and wasn't the super title and what was and wasn't the franchise title. Tio wins it. He's the franchise champion for the WBC, but he wasn't the super champion. It was some weird kerfuffle. But he should have been undisputed. He should be seen as an undisputed champion, at least in my eyes anyway. And so, he definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. Definitely. And it would be an even better case if he fought against the likes of Devin Haney. My goodness. My word. My gosh. Hey, it would be an even better case for being a first ballot Hall of Famer if you got Lomachenko and Devin Haney on your resume as you beating them. My goodness. What ain't that just the strangest thing? If he just went and fought him, it would better bolster his case for being a legitimate champion. Or no, excuse me, he is a legitimate champion for being a even more locked in Hall of Famer. Because the names are right there. He's got a litany of names he can fight at his own division right now, instead of only needing to look for the likes of Boots and Tank. So it's like, WBC, they don't even use the franchise. They don't even use the franchise title. They don't even use the franchise title. They don't even acknowledge it. What the world? What in the world? What in the world? What in the world? They don't even acknowledge the title. Oh my. Oh. I'm sorry. Let me calm down. I digress. We got people in the chat. I can't be going so out of my way. It's still y'all's show. So we just got to make it do what it do. Senor Gonzalez, thanks for tuning into the show. Appreciate you coming up. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I think you might have accidentally deleted the comment, but glad to see that you're here. Absolutely. Again, this is the championship rounds for the entirety of the show. As we do every Friday, you all drive the show. You all drive the conversation, and we make this a fan-dedicated show. No question about it. And hey, we got, again, I don't like doing this, but we got to. We got Cash App. Some of y'all been wanting to send some money and support the show. Al Booker was the first one to do it, so hey, absolutely. He's on my wall of fame. Oh, we'll never forget that. Absolutely. And so, you want to follow in the footsteps, support some money or support with any monetary value. Don't matter. We're just trying to do what we can. We're starting up, just trying, it would be helpful. And I would appreciate it if you came and supported. Mean the world to me. And hey, ooh, I can go out to eat. I can go, or even better, I can go buy myself a PS5. And shoot, I can buy 3. I can become a scalper. Oh yeah, y'all can fuel my addiction to going in and y'all can fuel my scalper addiction. Buy up everything, shoes, clothes, designer items, and then just resell them. Oh yeah, I'll become a degenerate. Oh, you'll see me with a Cuban link chain, or you'll see me with some designer clothes. You'll see me with it all, and all of a sudden I'll change my whole outlook. I'll change my whole demeanor. Because I got a little bit of money in my pocket. I'm kidding, but if you want to do it, we appreciate it. But you know the usual deal. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you like what you're listening to, go ahead and leave a like on the stream. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Share the show with everybody that you can, so we can keep on building up this empire and keep on commenting, keep on chatting. Let's keep on driving the conversation. Absolutely. And so you say, yeah, unfortunately, I do think Teo's likely to make the Hall of Fame after he retires. And again, it's deserved. It is deserved. And will it be as much of a lock at the first ballot Hall of Fame as Loma? Might have a weaker argument than Loma for first ballot, but it's still a strong argument. Again, that amateur record really, really, really helps Loma, because that's just insane. And the record time getting a title was within his first 6 fights. Ridiculous, absolutely stupid. We all know he clearly beat Haney. Also, Daniel Penny, what's going on with it? Hey, how you doing? Appreciate you tuning into the show, brother. Thanks for coming through. We appreciate it, no question about it. But yeah, I truly do feel that he beat him. I really do feel that he beat him. It was a great fight, but I feel that he beat him. I think Devin Haney has a Hall of Fame case. Yeah, no, he does. I mean, I don't even think that's a question, because he's been undisputed. He's fought more in terms of name value of the people that he's fought. It's been up there. It again, part of the allure of Devin Haney, with all of the detractions that we talk about, he doesn't duck smoke. Again, 32-15, or 32-0 with 15 KOs. Or excuse me, 31. No, I'm sorry. It is right. 32-0 with a no contest, 15 knockouts on his resume. He beat Regis Prograis. He fought, controversial fight, but controversially beat Lomachenko. Took George Kambosos' title. Fought Joseph Diaz. Fought Jorge Linares, fought Gimbo. Yeah, like the names on this list are not bad at all. At all. It is a very compared to some of the other confidants or peers at the division or amongst that Four Kings current division with Teo, Tank, Devin, and Teo Tank. Who was it? Teo, Tank, Devin, and Ryan. He's got the strongest resume out of just about all of them. He does. Devin Haney's got the strongest resume out of all of the Four Kings of that time. No question. It's filled with like quality work. It's quality. It's just of recently. I just don't like the way that he fights of recent. But he does indeed go through and fight everybody. He signed to fight Tia. He had signed twice. He signed twice to fight Tia. So like he ain't ducking smoke. He ain't ducking smoke. And so we got to give credit to that. And with the accolades that he's done with how he's gone about his career, oh yeah, no, that's a Hall of Fame. That's absolutely Hall of Fame. That's no question. That's first ballot Hall of Fame material. That's maybe one more big win away. I think he's already got it. I think he's already got it. For me, looking at what he's done, I think he's already got it. Let's see. Jean-Luc, it wasn't sketchy at all. The WBC belt was a franchise belt that was invented, not a real belt. Okay. So it wasn't a real belt. But it was treated like, oh. Why'd he make it? What was the point? Wait, what was the point of, you know what, I'm not even going to jump into it. Now, I'm going to get frustrated again. What was the point of you making the title? What was the point of making the title? Let me stop. Cause I'm gonna get hot. I'm a blow a gasket. My goodness. Also, Jay Wiggs. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Hold on 1 minute. Let me put it in. Let me do what I do best and put you in the chat so the people can see you. Because again, you always here to support. And even though I don't know why I can't click on your stuff. I can see your stuff. Let me make our personalized. There we go. Is this it? Yeah, there we go. Our personalized way to make sure that Jay Riggs is always involved in the conversation. What's up with you, man? I'm often about to get a haircut. Just listening to the show. And what's up, Jay Will, Outbook, and everybody else. Rest of the gang. Hey, can someone teach me how to do the super chat? So, if you want to support the show, we still ain't got monetization yet. So we can't do super chats and all that stuff. We close. Can't do it yet. We grinding though. We are. In lieu of that, you can give on Cash App. Right here. Jean-Luc Welch. As spelled as is. Very important. As is. If you're going to type in the Cash App or scan the QR code, take a screenshot, use your iPhone or Android or whatever the word you use, and you should be able to scan it from your Photos album, and it'll take you right to the link, and you can support it from there. It'll mean the world to me. Help me out a lot. Help fuel my help fuel all my hobbies, and we invest the money back into the show. Make this bigger and better to help make this whole setup better, more intuitive for you all. Because we're all, again, this is what I do. And so we may be small, but we ain't gonna skip out when it comes to delivering quality stuff. Oh, no question about it. So that's the way to support for now. When super chats do come about, though, we'll let you know. We'll be able to do it quick, fast, and in a hurry, and on a very much more intuitive way. if you get what I'm saying. But let me see. Let me see right here. I think I sent on catch it. Wait, hold on. We got people. We got people. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Am I building up? Am I building wealth? Do we got more people? I'm still trying to get to. Oh my gosh. Yo, my goodness. Hey, you sent it. Oh my gosh. I appreciate it. My goodness, thanks so much. We appreciate it. If a $5 donation to the channel, we appreciate it so much. My goodness. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm geeking out. I'm trying to. The fact that y'all think this is worth actually supporting really does my heart good, and it helps. Just y'all being here motivates me, but that helps me out a lot. And I do appreciate it. I truly do appreciate it. It means the world to me, man. It really, really does. And so I'm excited. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can go for 4 hours, 5 hours. Well, I can do that regardless of which. Because I just love doing this with you all. No question about it. And so let's see. Preacher Man gonna have to work on his Preacher Man gonna have to work on his super chat if he wanna on his super chat if he gonna get more super chat. We tried. We close. It's what? It's 4,000 hours of watch time. We had 3. So I mean we building up. It's just we're building up. We getting people to stay for longer. We starting to build a bigger audience. We love it. Absolutely. But again, ain't nothing in life free. And everything's dedicated to hard work. So I don't care how long it's going to take. We're going to do what we do best and grind. Oh, we ain't going to duck no smoke from anybody when it comes to putting in the work to make this channel the best it can be. Oh, so trust and believe. We're going to do what we do. Absolutely. And so no matter how slow it takes, no matter how long it takes, we're going to make this happen. Oh, this is going to be one of the biggest shows in the world, regardless of how long it takes. I promise. I promise you that. And we ain't going to skip out on nothing when it comes to making the show better for you, because that's what you all deserve. No question about it. And so we really do appreciate it. Absolutely. And so let me keep on reading through the chats. J. Will franchise status, WBA regular belts, 2 things I despise. Absolutely. I do too. And okay, so thanks. Thanks. I didn't think Preacher Man could see my text. Yep. So I could see it. Absolutely. I appreciate it so much. J. Riggs, I really do appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. You've always been one of the more avid supporters, just commenting and engaging. So it really does mean the world to me, man. It really, really does. I do appreciate you supporting the channel. And let me keep on reading so I'm not getting too sentimental, because we still got a show to do. Still got to make sure we entertain. Matchroom have again voiced their desire to match Anthony Joshua with Deontay Wilder. I know that they're older, but I still like to see it. That needs to happen, but it's going to be contingent on if Wilder wins. That's the thing. It's going to be contingent on if Wilder wins that fight. And I'll continue. So let me quickly finish out the chats that we see right now. Devin has the accolades and arguably Hall of Fame wins in Loma and Linares, both three-time division champions. Yep, absolutely. I completely agree. Jay Riggs, I sent the cash already. At least I think I did. Yep. I got it. Didn't know if it was the right person, so I sent 5 for sure. So yeah. So we got it. I got it. I did get a Jay Riggs. So we all good. Appreciate it, absolutely. But as we to continue, this topic is contingent on Deontay Wilder winning. Let's not forget the Bud is coming back. The Bronze Bomber is coming back against what is supposed to be a very beatable opponent. We understand that. But at the same time, he's got to win. Any fight with Deontay Wilder is on its last legs of ever happening. Because if Wilder loses again, it's done. It's done. It really is done. Like I'm so serious. I want to see Joshua fight Wilder. I need to see it. I want to see Joshua fight Fury. I need to see it. There still needs to be a rotation of the fighters going through and making their fights happen. Absolutely. But in terms of everybody who was in the midst of each other, when they were at their best, still needs to fight each other. No question about it. But the drop-off with Wilder compared to every other heavyweight of his time is so much more of a drastic issue that there's no longer a want for the wider boxing public to see anything with Deontay Wilder in terms of like, ooh, pressing manner. Unless he goes about winning in dominant fashion in his comeback fight. And it's got to be that we see a Wilder that is not timid, that is not gun shy, that also is not being stupid with how he fights anymore, with him getting some level of good defense. No longer fighting on the back foot. Just, okay, you're simplistic. You come forward. That's perfectly fine. Do that. And you're good to go. Do that, and there's no problem. But that is the thing that needs to take place with Wilder again in his next fight. And in fact, let me make sure I got the name of the brother he's fighting against, so we can have this as with as much proper dictation as possible. Yeah, Terrell Anthony Herndon. Again, If you didn't know, Herndon, 24-5, same brother who fought against Richard Torres, and Richard Torres knocked out. He's not a great fighter. He is brought in to get knocked out by Deontay. No question. But the brothers got to be able to actually win in a fashion that makes it look like, okay, that fight with AJ would be competitive. Yes, we know the power can knock out AJ. No question about it. But at the same time, but one of the things with Wilder at this point in time, he's gunshot. Because he is timid to throw that right hand. And he's also terrible defensively. And he's trying to fight off the back foot when he can't fight off the back foot. And he was trying to fix that one problem. He has messed up his entire style. That's the issue. He messed up his entire makeup trying to reinvent the wheel instead of making the wheel better. That's the problem. If he had just made the wheel better, what he's working with better, we could see a completely different type of fighter that we see right now. But he went and tried to change himself. Malik Scott tried to change himself to something that he's not. And just like with Joe Joyce, just like with AJ, when he was struggling, when he was reinventing himself and hadn't found what he was, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a major problem. Because the brother is continually fighting against himself. Because his style right now isn't conducive to what he can actually do as a dominant power puncher. This mainly started because he let go of Mark Breland. Let's be honest. Let's be real. We're not going to pull punches. The brother let go of Mark Breland for idiotic reasons. And it messed up everything he is as a boxer. It messed up everything. It messed up everything. The last time we saw Wilder fight like Wilder was that third fight with Tyson Fury. That's the last time. And that was genuinely, even though he had already let go of Breland. That was the last vestiges of Breland that we saw put on a dominating performance. Even still. But after that, when Malik Scott fully got his hands on him and fully retooled him, never the same. Worked in the worst way possible. Trying to slip like he's a doggone chicken. Or like he's dancing like he's back in the 70s, 80s, dancing on the Soul Train, going down the aisle, chicken dancing all with the neck going forward, all that stuff. That's what he was doing. It's terrible. It's horrible. Then he got knocked out, spinning around like it's Michael Jackson. It's a problem because he is not him anymore. Not just because he's older, not just because, okay, he's never been a great boxer, because he himself has turned himself into a worse weapon. How are you a bomb that now you're defective to yourself? That's not a quality explosive. That's not what is used when somebody is trying to really do some damage. Because you're more prone to blow yourself up than the opponent. That's what Wilder is right now. He is as much of a bomb as he is for his opponent. He is as much of a threat to that for himself at this point in time in his career. And it's a bold-faced shame. It's a bold-faced shame because he shouldn't be like this. He should not be like this. At all. At all. He should not be like this. He is one of the most physically athletic fighters in all of the heavyweight division. At only 120? Built like a ball player, can move, is springy, is in terms of closing the gap, was one of the three most explosive fighters in the whole of boxing. Had some of the longest reach, had everything you needed for a physical advantage. And even with him getting worse, it shouldn't be this bad of a drop-off. It should not be this bad of a drop-off. It shouldn't. In fact, it is. It's a shame. It really is a shame. And so, but let me keep on reading. Terry, what's good with you, brother? Hey, thanks for coming back to the show. We appreciate it. Again, this is the championship rounds where you can talk about anything and everything. Fridays are dedicated to you all. You all drive the conversation. You all drive the whole show for whatever we want to discuss and talk about. Absolutely. This is your time to shine. We still got plot points, agendas, and stuff that we can pick on throughout the show. But it's you all that make this thing happen. So absolutely, let me see what you had to say. Gunshot, he has nothing to set up. The shotgun blast, what it do, Luke? Hey, you right. What's up to you, Terry? But you right. Teddy Atlas said this best. He doesn't have a delivery system. You got mail, but you ain't got nobody to be able to send it to you. Huh? You got water, but you ain't got a bucket to take it one place to another. You got appliances, and you got the equipment to build a house, but you ain't got the car to take you to the location. There's nothing to set up what Wilder is able to do. And the stuff that he could set up masterfully, he lost that ability. It's a crying shame. He knocked out at least Ortiz, Helenius, and Splitskis off the back foot. No, he did. But that's not his style. It's not his style. Shakur Stevenson knocked out Josh Padley to the body. Are we going to call Shakur Stevenson a body snatcher now? I don't think so. That's not his style. We've seen plenty of people go through and they have a knockout in a certain way, but that's not how they fight. That's not how they fight. I mean, I've seen George Foreman knock people out going backwards, but I know that brother ain't a back foot fighter. I'm just saying. I've seen Inoue outbox Stephen Fulton, but I know Inoue stylistically is not the slickster, pot-shotting type of boxer. He's not Caleb Plant. I've seen Caleb Plant knock out McCombie on the inside. I'm not calling him an infighter because he did it in one instance. Having the ability to do something is great. You're multidimensional. But what you are as a fighter is more dictated by the consistency of what you do on average for your boxing tenure. And Wilder, his best feats are coming forward. Mind you, he knocked out Luis Ortiz twice, but he got rocked going on the back foot by Ortiz. He was losing all 7 rounds to Ortiz because he was forced on the back foot up until he landed one right hand. So even in his wins that he's done for his career against people, he's lost the majority of the build-up to that particular moment to where he won when he fought in that style. So I can't call him that type of fighter. But I do know he's been the most destructive when he comes forward and is more so using that 1-2 and being aggressive, lunging in. And it's really frustrating to see this man go from what we saw to just what it is now. It's just it's a shame. It really is a shame. But let me keep on reading so I am not missing people. I agree. Malik Scott was not the move. Understandable. Jay Riggs, Tio. Let me see. Jay Riggs says Tio. Hold on. Wait a minute. Here we go. From Jay Riggs, Tio said he didn't build up the fight he didn't build up the fight in the U.S. to fight any of the kings just for someone to try to make him fight outside of the country on their terms. It only makes sense. I didn't know Tio said this. Jay Riggs, I'm not sighing at you bringing up the point, nor at your opinion at the point. I didn't know Tio said this. And let me talk about this. Let me read through the rest of the chats. And then I'm going to talk about this. Because I got some things to say. Because that is, for me, incredibly infuriating. Oh, no. Ooh, that's frustrating. But I'm going But let me read the rest of the chats real quick before I get into this, because I'm gonna touch on this absolutely. Now that I know that this was real, that what he said. Maliska is a mode trainer, potentially so. Let me see, J Riggs, Albuga, I always know. I know we always have our differences in a good way, but Ortiz was already 60 years old, and when Wilder Wolverine hands knocked him out. And so now, granted, also understand Ortiz was, though he was 40, he was still one of the more avoided opponents in the division. Wilder spoke on, I'm giving him an opportunity that he never got, but he deserved for years. Tyson Fury wasn't fighting him. The other champions wasn't fighting. AJ wasn't trying to fight him. That was a tricky brother. He was similar to what we see with Archie Beterbiev, a very good boxer. Not nearly as good, but a good boxer in that division that people did not want you to risk. He was a big puncher, great counterpuncher, southpaw, and could go for 12 rounds. And had some great footwork at that point in time. So it's like it ain't for me, it wasn't a bad win. Because understanding where Ortiz was at that point in time, even at the age, that brother was one of the more avoided heavyweights of the time. So good win. And to rematch him, absolutely. After the fight that he gave you the first time, even with you knocking him out, hey, like I said, he didn't duck smoke. I ain't got no problem with that at all. His own glove knocked the mummy. His own glove knocked the mummy. Yeah, no, you did. Like, you ain't lying. Also, Fight Buzz, what's good with you? How you doing? Good to see you. Keyshawn came in for, wait a minute. Wait, is this real? Oh, shoot, is this real? Wait a minute. Is this real? My gosh. Oh, shoot. He 4 pounds overweight? Wait a second. I'm sorry if the weigh-in was going on while I'm doing the show. Again, I am oh no! Oh, dang it! Shoot! No! No! Oh my gosh! You gotta be, dang it!
Hey, look at this! We got some problems
Doggone it!
We got some problems
Stupid! For the ain't even get to defend. Oh, shoot! Keyshawn Davis came in 4.3 pounds overweight. 39.3 pounds. So he's gonna be stripped of the WBO title after this fight. What Edwin does, dog. Shoot. That is frustrating. So only Edwin De Los Santos is viable to win the WBO championship now. If he loses, it goes vacant. That is frustrating. And again, thank Jay. Where's that? Fight Buzz. Thank you so much for letting me know. Thank you so much for letting me know that this take place. You, thank goodness. Because without you, golly, dang it. Shoot. That's frustrating. I can't believe, again, for those of you just tuning in, hello, welcome to the Welch Report. If you like what you're hearing, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Leave a like on the stream. Keep on chatting in the comments or in the chat so we can get your voice in the conversation. And share the show with everybody that you know so we can keep on building up this empire of a community together. We've just now learned, thanks to Fight Buzz TV, Keyshawn Davis came in overweight and that buddy just got stripped. He got stripped. He's no longer a champion. I doggone it. But I ain't even get to defend it one time. And now he is out of the title picture. Well, I mean, he's still in the title picture. But he's not a reigning champion that can use his title to get the bigger fights that he wants. I'm sick. Oh my. Brother. Like how is it? But I'm sorry. That hurt. That really hurt. Because I wanted to see Keyshawn reign keep the title, beat De Los Santos. Then now you got Shakur Stevens right after you. Then you go right in front of you. Then you got Tank. You can force him to say, hey, now you beat Welch, but you got tested. Prove that you the best and fight me now. I got the belt. You want to do something? Do something with me. Everything. Shoot. That's sick. That's sick. That's sick. That's so sick. But let me keep on reading. But before we, good gosh, chat is moving. My goodness, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second. We eager to talk about this. This is great. Let me see. True story. Let's see. Oh, true story about my best friend. Can't trust what he said. Let me see. Remember what I said about Moses? No, wrong comment. Remember what I said about Moses? They're trying to get Andy Ruiz. I told you, John Luke. You did. Hey, you called it. You called it. You did call it. I give you props. You called it. They really trying to push him to get at least close to that Mike Tyson record. Now, if he does make the fight happen, this will be a good litmus. This will be great. This will be really good. This will be because now Andy Ruiz is the gatekeeper. You beat Andy Ruiz, okay, we can take you seriously as you're in the mix. How high or low? Still on the lower end, but you're in the mix. He beats Andy Ruiz, he's far better along than the likes of Richard Torres, than the likes of Jared Anderson, than the likes of Martin McCulley, or at least in that same vein with Martin McCulley. Might even be higher if he does make it and win. And so now, you called it. You did call it. We're going to see if it bites him in the butt or if he comes out, doing great. Oh, no, what the world, Keyshawn, I'm telling you, does being overweight really matter? See the fight still go on. So it matters. So if it matters, why is the fight still going on? So it matters because if you come in overweight as the champion, you lose the belt and you're no longer champion. If you come in as the challenger and you're overweight, you can't win the belt. And even if you win the fight, you don't get to become champion. So you lose out. If you come in overweight, you lose out on the opportunity to retain, defend, to defend or win the title that you're trying to get. That's why it's important to come in on weight. That's why many people say it's good for people to fight at the weight classes they're comfortable, that they walk around at. So you don't have to worry about these types of instances of people coming in overweight, breaking the law of what's supposed to be for the contracted weight of the fight, and now you lose out on your belt or you lose out on your shot at winning the belt. Ryan Garcia came in overweight when he fought against Devin Haney. Devin Haney was the champion. If Ryan Garcia had came in on weight and beat Devin Haney like he beat him before he got turned over into a no contest, Ryan Garcia would have been the legitimate champion for the division. And he would have had a super title around his waist, a world title around his waist. But because he came in overweight, even though he won the fight, he didn't get the belt because he's not the champion, because he didn't stay within the weight limit in the weigh-in. You can rehydrate back to whatever weight you can, unless there's a weight clause to where you can only rehydrate up to a certain number of pounds. But that's after the official weigh-in, to make sure that, okay, you're not coming into this fight above what's supposed to be contractually obligated. That's why it's important. And it can also affect the fight as a whole of who has a better advantage. Because if you're already coming in bigger against somebody who's coming in at the contracted weight, you're now bigger, stronger, potentially not nearly as weight drained, and you don't have a lot of the stipulations that comes with trying to slim down in weight. Restrictions that come to slim down in weight to fight like you want to fight, unlike your opponent. That's why when Lemos got knocked out with Keyshawn Davis, it was very impressive, because Lemos came in the night of the fight at 168 pounds. He came in weighing in what Canelo weighs, and Keyshawn knocked him out in 2 times, or in 2 rounds. That's ridiculous, because Lemos should have every physical weight and power advantage and durability because of the added padding and added weight and muscle. Keyshawn handling that, incredibly impressive. because that is a dangerous risk. Fighting somebody that big when you aren't nearly that close in weight to him. That's why it's impressive. But that's why it matters. And so hopefully that helps you tell the better story. But let me keep on reading. Keyshawn having a difficult time making 135, like growing a week. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. Almost misread. Keyshawn having a difficult time making 135. He growing like a weed. He gonna have to move up to 140 next fight because he can't make 135. Yeah. You ain't right. You ain't wrong. This is the process of these young cats. They sprout up quick, and they're gonna be outgrowing the division. 140 and 147 in the next couple of years is about to be some of the most popping divisions in boxing. Shakur's getting ready to go up there in a little bit. Keyshawn Davis is getting ready to go up there in a little bit. Already there is Teo, Devin, Ryan, with Isak, with Hitchens, with Cambosos, with a whole host of litany of people. El Rayo at 140. It's going to be one of the most buzzing divisions in boxing in like potentially a year or two. It's going to be insane. That 140, 147 pound range, because everybody's outgrowing the division. Everybody's outgrowing the division. No question about it. And so we are, it's moving, brother. It is moving quick and in a hurry. And so, but let me keep on reading. Also, I didn't get to say hi. Albert Real, how you doing? Thanks for tuning into the show. Appreciate you joining in on the conversation. We're happy that you're here on this Friday afternoon. And again, this is a championship round, so you all drive the content of the show. Absolutely. Jay Riggs told y'all, yep, hey, you did tell us, you did warn us about this. And so it's a problem. His biggest sale of a fight, he should fight Teo for a payday in history of jumping Teo dad. I promise it would sell. No, it would. It would. Oh, absolutely it would. Oh, no question that would sell. Oh, that would do numbers. That would absolutely do numbers. Oh, that'd be great. That would be phenomenal if indeed it went like that. And so, yes, overweight matters. 8-pound difference can kill a man. Yeah, this. Jay Riggs is absolutely right. Weight differences have killed people before. Like actually kill people in the ring. Or give life-threatening effects for the rest of a boxer's career. Oh, it matters. It definitely matters. That's why you have these limitations. So you don't get people potentially going in as 1 or 2 weight classes above. And now you punching down on somebody that is, they physically are not scaled to be able to handle that level of punishment. It can kill them. It can legitimately murder people. Oh, it's bad. But if the two people want to fight, they're still going to make it happen. They're not going to cancel the fight. It's just, this is why these restrictions are in place, to make it happen. And also, referees, they're probably going to be even more locked in on trying to, if Dos Santos gets in trouble, stop the fight because of the added weight that goes into play. Now he's a danger, or he's in danger, more danger. Keyshawn have difficulty. Yep, read that. For sure, 8 pounds is all that's needed to break a bone. He should be sick. This is sickening news. No, you're right. It's sickening news. And so let's see. As you keep on reading, he did that. Jay Riggs, he did that because he's scared to fight him. I said he came in big. Hey, you probably ain't wrong. You might be right. Again, I can't speculate because it's like, again, with how Keyshawn's been moving, he ain't been ducking people. So I don't think he's scared of Dos Santos as much, but might be a fact just to get that last bit of advantage. Or it could just be more so that he's just getting too big for the division. Because he's young. He became a champion early, but he is growing quick. So yeah, I think he just outgrew the division. And Andy Ruiz comes Anthony Form, Moses going to sleep. Andy Ruiz ain't coming back to that one night insanity. Andy Ruiz ain't even coming back to what he used to be before Anthony Joshua. What he used to be before Anthony Joshua was underrated, but he had the fastest hands in the division, a better array of punches, a better offensive ability to land, and a better commitment to being able to be effective on the inside. He ain't got that no more. When he lost himself after the AJ win, going overweight, losing what he was as a fighter, he was never the same. That's why he struggled against Chris Arreola. That's why he struggled against an actually out of prime Luis Ortiz. That's why he fought to a draw to the likes of Jarrell Miller. Because that Ruiz, he ain't getting back to that. It's still going to be tough to beat, but he ain't getting back to that form almost assuredly. And so let me see. Let me keep on reading and talking. Keyshawn, no, read that. Here we go. Why isn't the fight canceled? Why isn't the fight canceled if it's so dangerous to come in overweight? The fight is still going to go on. You just get docked. Fighters can choose to say, nah. I think fighters can choose to say, nah, I'm not fighting. Or the commission itself can deem it, hey, this is too big of a risk to make it happen. We're going to cancel the fight. But because of all the money that's already been put into it, both fighters still wanting to fight, and still the outcome of this fight does indeed matter monetarily. The fighters don't want to lose out on potentially making good money. Promoters don't want to lose out on making money themselves for putting on the fight. The boxing public still wants to see that fight. And the commission deems it, okay, they're still good to go ahead and make it happen. So if everything else is a go, even though the belt is stripped and people get fined, then you make it happen. Again, Ryan Garcia came in overweight, took the hit. I still want to fight. Devin Haney, I still want to fight. So we fight. That's how it goes. If they want to cancel it, there's a way to do it. I think a boxer can also call for it. But if they both want to make it happen, and the commission says, yeah, we docked him, he's been punished, and the fight is still viable enough to go on, then it's going to go on. Because we've seen it. It happens all the time. 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 You see, paying the fight could be canceled. It's up to the opponent. See, like I said, it's up to the opponent to continue the fight or not. Most times they just go through with the fight anyway because of all the training camps, expenses, and all that stuff. Yeah, you already paid for it. You're already almost ready to make money. And especially if you think that you're better than the person, yeah, you go and take it. You go and take that chance and make it happen. Absolutely. Let's see. Jay Riggs, up to opponent and huge fine, absolutely. But no, but now it's not for the belt. If so, absolutely, yep, you're most definitely right, Jay Riggs. Hope they still fight, but it's gonna be a huge advantage against De Los Santos, like Loma versus Haney. Absolutely. Oh, no question. No question it is. And it's going to, I can't even say it might skew what what the fight may be in the aftermath for the boxing public. It's gonna shed some different light on the outcome of the fight. It most definitely will. Assuredly. Will it take away from the performance? I don't know. Again, I keep going back to Ryan Garcia because it's the most recent example. Ryan came in overweight for the fight against Devin Haney. It was like 143. We still say that Ryan, even though PEDs and all, he handled them. And the way that he handled them, it's like, yeah, no, Devin, you got beat. And the way that he beat you, other people can do that same thing to you. Genuine. And the consensus was, yeah, that's the way to beat Haney. It's not a surprise. And it's understandable. So the PEDs took away from the performance. But before we knew anything about the PEDs, the performance itself, even with Ryan Garcia coming in overweight, we were like, oh, shoot, Devin can't handle it. And so it's going to be interesting to see how the boxing public reacts to how this fight goes with him coming in overweight for this fight. How much will De Los Santos rehydrate you? Maybe on the night of the fight, they rehydrate you a similar weight, and then everything's all well and good. And so it's going to be interesting. That's really all I can say. It's going to be interesting to see how this dictates how the fight goes. Let's see. It's on. Let me make sure I'm reading right. It's on. It goes on because everybody still needs to get paid. If they don't fight, Nobody gets paid. Absolutely. So still got to do what you got to do. Remember when Cejudo Ramirez was overweight? That was good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the fight, I believe the fight still went. I think the fight still went through. But like, this is a product. It's a product of the sport. If you come in overweight, okay, you got an unfair advantage. You can still win, but you lose major money and you lose on potentially opportunities. You beat somebody that comes in overweight, like Keyshawn did to Lemos. All of a sudden, your stock rises exponentially, insanely. And so it's a twofold street. It's a risk-reward sentiment. Your loss can potentially be degraded and your win can potentially be elevated if this is what happens. So it's like, yeah. And so the Judah fight was canceled. Okay, so it was canceled. I was trying to remember. I couldn't remember if it was canceled or not. I almost thought it went through. Good gosh, if it did, I can look it up. I'll look it up later. But if the fight went through and he came overweight that much, hey, brother, credit to his opponent. Shoot. Credit that brother really felt, yeah, I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to take it. I'm going to handle my business if it went through. But I don't think it did. And I think Daniel Penny's right. Also, I didn't say what's up. Daniel Penny, what's going on? How you doing? Hey, appreciate you tuning in on the show. Glad that you're here. Absolutely. Thanks for showing up. No question about it. And I'm glad you're sticking around. This is a show dedicated to you all, the masses. You all drive the conversation. Whole show is a championship round for you all to make something of whatever you want to make out of the show. I still have stuff set in place to talk about. Every Friday, though, is going to be a more fan-driven experience to where instead of only 30 minutes, the entire thing is dictated on what you all got to say. Absolutely. So again, leave a like on the stream if you like leave a like on the stream if you like what you're hearing. Go ahead and keep on chatting in the comment section of other topics that you want to discuss on the day. Whatever questions, debates, concerns, comments, insights on things in and outside of the boxing world. We can cover it all right here on the show. And shameless plug, some people wanted to donate and help the show out. We ain't got watch time yet to be able to do super chats yet. Getting close, but not yet. But in the meantime, we got Cash App. Hey, you can send some stuff to Cash App if you want to help out the show. Whatever amount you want. $5, $1, $500. Ooh-wee. You can help splurge my interest. Some of y'all wanted to play me in Undisputed for on the PS5 because y'all want to see me. Y'all don't want to see me with Joe Frazier. Some of y'all wanted to get some smoke, and we can make it happen. But I gotta earn some money. Y'all can help make that possible by supporting the channel. But again, not most, all the money's dedicated to the fan experience and helping make this show better and better. Because again, doing this for a living. It's what I do. So hey, y'all help support. Means the world difference to me. Only if you feel like it. Again, we do this show to make it worthwhile. We got to make it quality. So it's actually worth you investing in the show. If it ain't that, don't do it. But if it is, and it puts your heart, go ahead. Feel free. No pressure. We appreciate it nonetheless. Just you being here is enough for me. Absolutely. And so, but let's keep going. Oh, wait, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. I said, now. Jay Wicks, you look, man. Look, brother. I look, man. You are despicable. Also, look, I'm not trying to avoid super chats. I got multiple screens up. If it was the normal super chat with YouTube, I would have an easy, sleek bar that I could see what's going on, who sends what, and all that stuff, and more quickly acknowledge it. And then also have my other tabs to where ain't nothing blocking nothing. Right now, I got a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to keep up with whatever may potentially break in the boxing world. This chat, my chat bot, other things going on with my notes. I got a lot going on, so I'm not trying to avoid it. It's just that. It's, oh Lord. It's we're new to this. Again, this is the first time. So please give me some grace. It's the first time I'm doing this. I'm not trying to avoid you. Please. I am not trying to ignore anything. I am trying my best to go through and keep track of everything. But I appreciate the 20. No question about it. Hey, brother. Hey, man. Look, you did your thing. You sent $20. I appreciate it oh so much. Anybody want to beat him? Anybody want to try to beat him? Outwork him, outmatch him? Hey, we can put Jay Reese to shame if you want to support the show. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, we can do that. Look, especially with him trying to get on me with my hair. Hey, brother, my hairline ain't moved in 25 years, and it's going to stay for another 75. Or I'm living to 120. However long however many more years they are. You better believe it. Doggone it. This is going to be as pristine as can be. I got good hair. All right. I'm sacrificing my haircuts to be able to make it so that I give all my energy to this show. Sleepless nights, late nights, eating nothing but coffee beans and tuna and being underfed. Oh, I ain't got nothing in the house. Oh, I am decrepit. You see these clothes? Tattered. You see these glasses? Old. You see these headphones? Worn out. Oh, everything's disheveled. I'm in nothing. I'm in a sty because I'm trying to support this show and give all my energy. Who needs outside life? No, don't get on me for trying to sacrifice for you all. I'm kidding. All jokes, just being funny and dramatic. No, I'm good. I'm okay. Again, please don't. I don't. Good gosh, I'm like one of them. I sound like I'm in a bad state. No, I'm fine. I'm just being funny. I'm fine. Oh boy, but no. But again, if you want to make fun of my hair, you want to slide some other jokes and force me to have to read them out, hey, send some chats. If you want to make some jokes now, I'll still read them. And so we're going to get this regimented so that people who send money is going to be more clean. When we get the super chats done in YouTube or through YouTube itself, once we get enough watch time, a lot more seamless. Absolutely. Right now, I got to get the setup right so I'm not missing stuff. But we appreciate it, J Biggs. Thank you so much for the for the 20 and for the self-conscious nature that now I need a haircut. So good gosh. Yep. See, I knew this was a mistake. I knew this was a mistake because I'm about to be clowning the kingdom come. But I love it. I love this bench. I love the interaction. No question about it. This is what it's all about. We're a community, ain't not? We family. So we gonna make fun of each other. We gonna throw some jabs. It's unavoidable. And so now it's oh Lord, it's funny. But again, just thank y'all for being here. It means the world to me. But let me keep on reading and let me keep on being better at being up to date on what y'all got going on. Absolutely. And so sorry, I'm on the haircut chair. Good gosh, oh, you getting a haircut now? Wait, I'm glad that this is good enough. Let's see, Haney gets to hydrate against 27 pounds against his opponents, and they take it. Yeah, I told you, it ain't fair all the time. Because Haney's Haney, they say, okay, we good. We'll take the risk. This is, see, here's the thing. And also, Jerry, what's good with you? How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning into the show. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Absolutely. Thank you. Oh, it's a blast for you to come through on the channel today. And again, now I think I got the better setup. So if anybody does send something, we will be able to acknowledge it more quickly. I ain't avoiding nobody. Oh, trust and believe that. But I got to get my setup together. So it just takes a little bit of a minute so I can get this way. It's the first time. So please, but it's, let me see. Making weight is not making weight is missing weight is unprofessional. Period. Am I reading this right? Too late to cancel. No, it is unprofessional. Again, we don't hold it in high regard if somebody misses weight. Absolutely not. Absolutely. And also, J Riggs, you got to go. J Riggs, thanks for tuning into the show. Appreciate you coming up. Thank you for supporting. Hey, you set a good precedent. Again, you, Al Booga, to us. I believe it was you and Al Booga are the ones that have sent money to the channel. We appreciate it so much. Appreciate all the support and help. Again, you didn't have to. You did it anyway. I appreciate it. I'll put the money to get in the cut since you wanna, so you ain't gotta clown me on that. So, but again, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your day, and be on the lookout for this weekend because if we can make it happen, we're gonna stream the fights. Keyshawn, Nakatani, Wardley, if we can do it happen. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be phenomenal. But we don't deem it as in terms of Jerry's comment of missing weight being unprofessional. We don't deem it as, well, we're not praising that he missed weight. We're saying the fight's gonna most likely take place. It shouldn't happen. It should be fined. It should be that you get stripped. It should be why they should make same day weigh-ins a legitimate thing. They used to do it back in the day. Not day before weigh-ins. Same day, you got to come in that morning at the weight that you're at 139 or 130 or 135, 140, 147, whatever the case may be. You can't be underweight by the day of the fight, not the day before. This will force even more stringency to ensure that the fight is indeed on a better playing field and make it so that boxers fight on their more closer to their walk around weight so that we don't get these types of missing weight scenarios, lopsided weight differences for if the fight does indeed continue to go through and everybody indeed is able to really show who's the best of the best with everybody on the up and up. And it just makes the fighters be able to fight better because they're at a weight that they can do everything at the peak of their prowess. And so, yeah, no, it's great. What's the difference between a duck and a parable? So this is a great question. This is a great question. This is a phenomenal question, Albert. A duck is when you are actively avoiding competition that is both sensible, on your level, and for an opportunity that there is nothing else better than that. Key point and example, Usyk, when he was trying to fight Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury fought Dillian White. Tyson Fury fought Derek Chisora for a fourth time and still never got or signed the unification for Usyk up until the money was just so much to not avoid. But he, for a number of years, avoided the likes of Usyk, as in didn't even entertain the fight. He would talk down on him. He'd be questioned about it, but he never actually put any way to try to go and make it happen. Teofimo Lopez right now, when he wanted Boots, and Boots said, I'm fighting at 147, I'm not fighting you, and I'm aiming to move up to 154. Boots is out the question. Devin Haney was right there, signed on the dotted line to a catch weight of 145 because Teofimo Lopez wanted 140. Devin Haney wanted to fight at 147. They agreed to the fight at 145. The money was still great. He was still going to be compensated more than he had ever been paid for in his entire career, though it would have been less than a Boots fight, which was $11 million. It still was a great chunk of change because we're dealing with Turkey Al Sheikh. It would have been for a title. It would have been for unification. It would have been against one of the four kings of boxing that we all feel Teo should be in line to fight. And Teo walked away. He did not sign the thing. That's a duck. Because everything was not just sensible in terms of this fight should be made, but the situation was there's nothing holding it back from happening. And we all, as fans and as fighters, recognize that's the fight you need to take. Don't avoid that because that's your most immediate opposition that's on your level. And you don't do it. It's different if you do it for a better circumstance. There's been times where boxers, they don't fight people. Oh, and you call it a duck. But it's not a duck because they're moving up to challenge somebody bigger or better or to go for a title. That's not a duck. Perfect example was when whatchamacallit? Shoot, what's the perfect? There's a lot. David Benavidez. Perfect example is David Benavidez. David Benavidez was offered, but right before he moved up to 175, the WBC said they would finally try to make him a mandatory. And we covered this whole saga. He then said, no, I'm not waiting around for Canelo anymore because I'm making my own legacy. And he moved up to 175 and fought Gvozdyk and wanted to campaign for the light heavyweight title. People tried to call Benavidez a duck because, now the Canelo fight, it was there to potentially be made to happen. Though Canelo has aptly avoided you at every turn and denied you opportunities for the fight. Now, David Benavidez, you don't want to fight Canelo now? Oh, you're ducking. No, he's not, because he moved up to fight at 175. He moved up to fight against bigger opposition. He moved up to fight against a former champion in his first fight, who also, mind you, in that same division, went up against Artur Beterbiev. Benavidez chose to campaign at the same division that Canelo lost to Bivol at. That is not ducking. Boots not fighting Teo to go to 147, to fight at 147 is not a duck. Boots, when he fought, or Jerron Boots Ennis, when he fought against Virgil Ortiz, or was going to fight against Virgil Ortiz, and that fight broke down, initially we called that a duck because Virgil said he wanted it. Boots Ennis said he needed to move up to fight at 154. Boots then said, you know what, I'm going to stay down here. We were all saying, wait, that's a duck. What's going on? How dare you? You said you wanted to smoke. You said you wanted the fervor. Why are you now not fighting Virgil Ortiz? That's the biggest op in the division that you said you need to go to. And you would have gotten an immediate shot. And that's what you want. All of a sudden, you don't want to fight him. You ducked him. That was the initial sentiment. Boots said he wanted to then go and be undisputed at 147 before moving up to 154. Because of that aspiration, now that's not a duck because he's trying to do something great and clean out the division. It's never a duck to try to clean out where you're at. So we have no problem with it. But if Boots then accomplished his goal, but then never actually moved up and fought Virgil, then we would call it a duck because now you did what you said you were going to do. And you handled what you said you were going to handle. And then now the next step of what you were supposed to do, which is fight now the biggest opposition at the next weight class, you then aptly tried to avoid after saying you wanted to smoke. That's a duck. Now, so hopefully that paints a better picture. A duck is when you, a duck is when you legitimately go through and avoid competition that is not just on your level, but is the most sensible fight that would be your closest and most competitive opponent. And you aptly go out of your way to not make that fight happen for no quality reason. The money's good. The circumstance is real. The name value is up there. And it is somebody who both of you all are at the same crossroads. And you're unavoidable. Now, you don't fight him, that's a problem. That's a duck. That's what we're saying. Tank ducked a lot of his opposition because Tank did not go and fight the likes of Shakur, the likes of Lomachenko, the likes of Teofimo Lopez, the likes of David Haney, when all of them were at the same weight class. That's the problem. And he was not just at that heights, he was at the top. And so they were gunning for him. And he was not trying in any way, shape, or form to make fights with them, objectively staying away. That's ducking. That's ducking opposition versus the power move. And also, Adam, what's good with you? How you doing? Thanks for tuning into the show. Appreciate you coming in on the channel. Sorry, I had to get that explanation out there, but appreciate you tuning in. Salute to you, man. Glad that you're here. Thanks for showing up. Please leave a like on the stream since you're here and keep on supporting the channel. No question about it. But the second half of this question, what's the difference between a duck and a power move? Now that we covered a duck, a power move is when you are using your star power and who you are as a fighter, your cachet, your name, your brand, to force yourself into a different situation. Terrence Crawford is the perfect example of this. Terrence Crawford used a power move to get the fight with Canelo Alvarez. Terrence Crawford, after beating Errol Spence Jr., became one of the biggest names in the sport. That fight against Errol Spence put him on that pedestal of one of the 4 kings of the boxing world, regardless of division. Not just in pound for pound talks, which he was already in, but in terms of faces of the sport, that fight put him on that pedestal that he deserves. He's one of the 4 faces of the sport. No question. He used that power as one of the biggest names in the sport to then go and force the issue to make the fight with Canelo actually possible and to make it happen. Because before that fight, Canelo versus Crawford was literally a dream match. It wasn't anything that we all said, oh yeah, that would actually happen. No, but he, by using his power and brand name, forced himself into the position to be able to fight against Canelo. Because now I'm too big to ignore, and I'm too big of a brand that this fight, you can't not make this happen. That's a power move. Canelo Alvarez uses power moves many times to be able to get himself in instances. Canelo Alvarez used a power move to go and fight Kovalev. Canelo Alvarez used a power move when he moved up the second time to fight the likes of Bebo, to force his way into getting a shot immediately as the contender for Bebo's WBA title. It was a power move. Floyd Mayweather used power moves when it came to negotiations to make fights happen. Power move is not avoiding competition, but using your ability to force something to happen because you now are using your power that you've gained to essentially bend reality to your will. That's what a power move is. Tyson Fury does power moves all the time when he was ducking Usyk. Part of the reason why he was able to duck Usyk was because he was using power moves to make money by fighting Dillian White and Derek Chisora. Because at one point in time, he was one of the biggest faces in all of boxing. He still is, but he was even bigger as one of the most well-known faces in all of boxing, especially over in the UK. And he was able to sell out Wembley Arena with nothing but, honestly, he could fight a bum and sell out 80,000 seats. He sold out Wembley Stadium with Derek Chisora, who he had already beaten 3 times. And it's still 78,000 people. By proxy of me having that much power, I can make it so that, yeah, these fights get made because it's too much money to ignore. And I can do it. Only I can do that, though. Anybody else wouldn't be able to have that luxury. But at the same time, he used his power to duck Usyk. So you can have both. You can both have power and use power moves, and also use that same power move to duck in opposition. Canelo used his power to duck David Benavidez. Canelo did many power moves, but he did it to duck David Benavidez. Still to this day, is still ducking David Benavidez. Because he said he wants to go back to 175 and win a title. But David Benavidez is there at that weight class. And if David Benavidez does beat either Beterbiev or Bebo and become the light heavyweight champion, because right now he's the mandatory, and Canelo still doesn't move up like he said he wanted to move up to go back and get what he failed to get against Bebo, which was revenge, now against David Benavidez, it's a duck. And at the same time, he's using his power to make it so that I don't need to fight you because I can do this, that, and the third. Again, I can do what I want. Power move. But you're still ducking even when using power moves. So you can use power moves to make fights that need to happen and be a warrior. Go get the best next available guy. like the greats have always done, or you can use your power to avoid competition. So, what did Uncle Ben say? Spider-Man, with great power comes what? Great responsibility. You can use it for good or bad. So it's power can corrupt. Power can corrupt. If you don't understand exactly how to mitigate it and operate in it properly. Everybody thought Crawford was crazy for wanting to fight Canelo. Now we got it, and I gotta win it. Now, whoa, oh my gosh. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shoot. You gotta win it. You gotta win in that fight. Now that's an interesting sentiment. Oh, now that's interesting. You got Canelo losing to, you got Canelo losing to Terrence Crawford. Now, I would like to ask what? Because it's a bold statement, let's be real, because of the manner in which we see that fight going about. Crawford versus Canelo is an incredibly volatile affair from the sense of it's polarizing. The weight discrepancy, the weight difference, the outright raw power that Canelo brings to the table, the durability, on top of one of the best IQs in boxing still. All of that combined might be too much for Crawford, but Crawford can win. Oh, let's be real about it. Crawford can win. The more I think about it, the more I'm seeing Crawford might have a more nuanced way to victory, especially after what we saw with William Skull. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. What we saw with William Skull made this fight incredibly intriguing. Oh, it made it exciting. More than that, it made it closer. Let's be real. The fight with William Skull versus Canelo made this fight with Canelo closer. Because now this fight with Canelo versus Crawford looks to be, there's more than one way to win. We could see Crawford use his feet and box Canelo and frustrate him to make sure that Canelo can't catch him. Genuinely. Because we know Crawford loves to go to war. Crawford loves to bang out with the best of them. Crawford is a dog in the greatest sense of the word. He's one of the best mental tacticians that boxing has to offer. I have said that Crawford would belong as the fifth king in the four kings era of the past, with Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran. He would belong in that very thing with Freito Benitez. He belongs in Aaron Pryor. He's in there. The kings of that era, he would be that fourth or fifth king. And no question about it. With Canelo, or with that fight against Canelo, because of that transcendent era-like boxing ability, he's got a real way to be able to outbox Canelo, especially with his feet and length. Mind you, he's got some long arms. He outreaches and out-heights Canelo. And he just had an interview, I believe, just about talking about a way to win. As I pull it up, let me see if I can pull it up real quick for you all to be able to see it. And as I'm getting it up, let me read what the chat had to say from Adam. Crawford is the best, from Adam, Crawford is the best counterpuncher in boxing. And Crawford's IQ is very high as well. He tends to be able to break any opponent down. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. He from power to also just straight up outthinking you. He is able to time you oh so well, and beat you to the, not just beat you to the punch, but throw the punch that you don't throw, the best punch at all times. He's the best switch hitter in the game today. He's arguably one of the top 3 switch hitters we've ever seen in boxing history that can switch from orthodox to southpaw, left-handed to right-handed, like with Marvin Hagler or Sugar Ray or Salvador Sanchez, who was also insane as a switch hitter. And countering is his biggest weapon. That's his biggest weapon. More than just the dogfight, his ability to counter you in the midst of your punches and intercept what you have going on. That's what makes him so special. That's what makes him so polarizing. That is what makes him so scary as a fighter. Because consistently, this man goes through everybody. Not just in a different way, but with nuances that build on the last fight that he went against. He learns and uses what he learns from past opponents every time out. And it's visible. You see it. The way that he beat Errol Spence Jr. was built off the backs of the way that he beat Sean Porter. The way that he beat Sean Porter was built off the backs of how he beat Kell Brook. The way that he beat Kell Brook was built off the back of how he beat Amir Khan or Jose Benavidez Jr. It's a building, it's a constant evolution that you can look at the past and blatantly see, oh my gosh, this brother used this against this cat. And then from this cat that he beat, then he used this same tactic against this brother. And so like it's ridiculous. He's a machine when it comes to thinking the game. He's a machine. And his ability to counter makes it so that everybody is susceptible. And it's picture perfect precision. That's the thing about it. It's not just the raw power that he has already, because he is one of the pound-for-pound strongest boxers in the world. Genuine. But it is his ability to be able to be precise. Precise power. That's what's so scary. Precise destruction. Precise, systematic, surgical explosion. It sounds contradictory, but it's the truth. It's a surgical explosion. No, like imagine you can imagine you cut somebody with a scalpel. That is as fine as be able to cut paper. And then off the back of and then off of the incision, the body just explodes. Or there's a hole in your chest, the size of a cannon. That's what it's like fighting Terrence Crawford. When he hits you, it's not just because he's strong. It's because he hits you in such a picture-perfect place that you can't help but not just feel it, but now be afraid. You back up. He outthinks you. He outthinks you. How do you think he beat Madrimov? He outthought Madrimov. Mind you, by the time the fight has ended, Crawford was now mauling Madrimov. He was beating him on the inside. He had stopped all the herky-jerky movement and the unpredictability that was giving him a lot of trouble. And by rounds 10 and on, but he was landing whatever he wanted on the inside against Madrimov. And Madrimov got overwhelmed. Go watch the fight back. Look at Madrimov's face. Look at his reactions when Crawford really started turning stuff up in rounds 9 and on. The digging to the body, the short shots that were landing in the midst of Madrimov's head movement, in the infight, the picture-perfect punches that land around the guard, that make Madrimov wince, that made Madrimov back up, that made him buckle a couple times in the midst of that firefight that happened in the last 3 rounds of the fight. He's a menace. He's a menace. That's what he is. Terrence Crawford is a menace of the greatest and highest variety. And what you need to understand about this fight that makes that fight with Canelo even more intriguing. Canelo is not Madrimov. Canelo is incredibly smart. Canelo is one of the highest IQ fighters in the world. He doesn't get to become 2-time undisputed without that. He doesn't win and knock out Kovalev without IQ. He doesn't compete with Bebo without the level of IQ. He doesn't fight at 168 as a small 168 pounder and be the most dominating force in the division for nearly a decade. You don't just do that. You don't just do that. But with all that being said, stylistically, Crawford and Canelo is a lot easier for Crawford to figure out than Crawford versus Madrimov. Because Canelo, especially Canelo at this stage, does not do all the herky-jerky stuff. Doesn't do all the head movement that he used to do. His offensive attack is more simplistic. Big punch. Walk you down, stalk you down. Be able to react and defend, absolutely, because it's Canelo. But it's not as much traps being set. Big hooks to the body. Another big hook 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 to the body. Chasing you. Maybe the offhand double jab and then a big hook to the body. That's what his game plan has been for the past, 4, 5 fights? His most A nuanced fight was against Munguia if you want to go offensively. Berlanga gave him better work than we expected, but he still beat him and beat him roughly the same way. Going downstairs to the body and loading up on stuff consistently all fight long. He doesn't use those other parts of his game nearly as much anymore. The offensive array, the more nuanced openings that he would make with his jab, the foot feints that he used to be able to make and used to be able to do, the slipping as he would come in on the inside, the speed at which he can track you down and walk you down, it's not the same. Cutting off the ring, it's not the same. Canelo is a worse fighter now than he was 3 years ago. That does not mean Canelo isn't elite, but that does mean that Canelo is not the same fighter. This Canelo is not the same fighter that was at 154. This is not the same Canelo that was fighting against likes of Triple G at 160. This ain't the same Canelo that fought against the early days of 168. It's not. It's not the same Canelo that fought against Daniel Jacobs. It's not. This is an older Canelo. More experienced, sure. But usage-wise of skill sets, he has trimmed the and in some situations, he's trimmed the meat, the protein. Trimming the fat means that you're just getting the necessities. For Canelo Alvarez right now, he's trimmed off some of those necessities as well. He's trimmed off some of the footwork he used to have. He's trimmed off a lot of the head movement that he used to use. He's more rudimentary. I don't say it in a bad way. Better BF is rudimentary. Simplistic destruction, what I love to categorize him as. Because it's just straightforward. Canelo is more rudimentary. It's not as straightforward as somebody like a Better BF, but it is indeed in that same line. But what the difference is, Canelo sacrificed aspects of his game to turn into what he is now, because he can't do that anymore. Better BF has always been like that for his entire career. So Better BF isn't compromising his style by fighting in a simplistic nature. That is his style. You see the difference? Canelo, his style at best wasn't that, but now he has to fight like this because he doesn't have that same ability anymore. He's still elite, being as elite as he used to be. And that can be something that Crawford really can take advantage of. Even though it'll still be a monumental win. It's getting more and more apparent, especially now with the most recent outing of Canelo, that Canelo's lost more than just a step. Canelo's lost he's lost a couple steps. The career is indeed winding down. And his ability is also winding down. He can still fight for a long time, absolutely. But who he is as a fighter is going on the lower it's on a downward slope just because of the fact of time. Just because of time. It's literally just because of time. And so it's not bad, but it's the truth. We got to keep it a buck. That's the truth of the matter. The truth is Canelo is trying to fight time. And time is winning. Because look at what happened with William Skull. It ain't just that Canelo was running. Or it ain't just that William Skull was indeed running. Because he was. But also Canelo wouldn't be able to stop that easily. Years ago. Even not going out of first gear. He wouldn't been able to stop that stuff years ago. He wouldn't be able to stop that type of action years ago. He would have been able to cut off that type of movement years ago. He caught Arizlani Lara. He caught Amir Khan. He fought against Floyd Mayweather. In the past, speed wasn't as much of a, yes, he lost to Floyd Mayweather, absolutely. But speed wasn't as much of a frustration for him as it is now. And Crawford can still use that. And he can also make it so that he frustrates Canelo to the point that he makes his own mistakes. And now, that's when, if I can pull up this, clip, that's when this particular instance, really comes into play for why Crawford has a better than expected chance to be able to beat the likes of Canelo. Let me see if I can pull up the video. I got it. I just got to find it. Hold on. It's here. I just got to find it. Give me one second. Here we go. Yep, here it is. Let me pull it this for you right now as we go to your picture in picture to give you better insight into why this would also work with him being a taller and longer fighter. I'll let the man tell it to you himself.
Looking at from the get-go, like what little adjustments are you making, and what's one way that you establish your distance from the get-go?
So my distance is here. If I can touch you, you know what I mean, I'm in range. You know what I mean? So 9 times out of 10, my arms is longer than my opponent. So if my opponent swings and, you know what I mean, he come up short, then I know I'm in a distance where if I can touch him and he can't touch me, I'm in a good space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, you itch close, And right here, we in the distance of each other. We in mid-range.
Yeah.
So either we close together, we mid-range, or we all the way out. You know what I mean? It just depends on what range I want to be in.
Yeah. What are you looking at from the get-go?
And so, with this range, you have to understand, Crawford is a master at being able to control the range that he wants to fight at and dominate from that range and force you to, if you want to win, you got to come into that range. I can fight you in your own domain just fine. Again, he did it against Sean Porter. He did it against Errol Spence Jr. He did it against Gamboa. He's done it all of his career. But he will also, just as dominantly, make it so that you have to get to him. And the thing is, with how Canelo swings and the way that he misses, there is a real concern that Canelo can get caught with a lot of counters that can potentially do the same thing that we saw against Errol Spence Jr. Now, it sounds crazy, I know. It sounds insane. What do you mean? What do you mean Crawford can do that same performance that he did against Spence to Canelo? I mean, that Spence has incredibly long arms. In fact, let me look it up to give you a proper context. Errol Spence Jr., when he fought Terrence Crawford, undefeated, had gone and beaten people like Danny Garcia, had gone and beaten people like Sean Porter, 22 KOs, 28 wins, 1 loss. Up until that point, he was 27-0, 22 KOs, undefeated. Was seen as a pound between 5 and 8 best fighter in the world. 72-inch reach. Terrence Crawford, 74-inch reach. 2-inch reach difference. And Crawford made it so that not only could Spence not touch him, but Crawford was able to beat him and counter him however which way he wanted to. From mid-range and close range and long range. So especially from mid-range. And especially from long range with that jab. Intercepting and making it so that Spence couldn't do a thing. Couldn't do a thing. He couldn't do a thing. And that was only with a 2-inch reach difference. Now you go up against the likes of Canelo. And Canelo's reach, as I pull it up right now, Canelo reaches 70 inches. That's a 4-inch reach advantage with somebody who loads up on his punches almost every time he's going out and fighting. Genuine. On top of he's got slower feet. And on top of his ability to be able to catch up to you. May take some time. And while he's great defensively, don't get me wrong, there's a means that if, just like I said with Errol Spence Jr., same thing applies for Canelo Alvarez. If there is anybody that has the ability to counter the likes of Canelo and take the risk and be able to come out as pure gold, it is Terrence Crawford. We have to understand it. If there was anybody that could take the risk of being able to try to counter those heavy shots that we see Canelo throw, that for the most part, by the sheer weight of power, make it so that people don't try to go and engage or take risk to punch, trade, or even try to counter those shots that come back at him. If there was anybody that could actually do it, who's done it before, it's Terrence Crawford. It's Terrence Crawford. It is. It is. You know this. I know this. I said the same thing for Errol Spence Jr. If there was anybody that was, nobody had been able to take advantage of Errol Spence overcommitting with that left straight. Nobody. Not one. Not one. Not one. Not Porter. Not Ugas. Not Kell Brook. Nobody. Not Danny Garcia, who was supposed to be an elite, powerful counterpuncher, and was. Couldn't do it. And he fought him after the car crash, and he couldn't do it. Nobody had been able to take advantage of trying to counter that window of when Errol Spence throws that big left to go and land with a jab, straight combination of your own, or a naked, if he's in southpaw, a naked left straight punch from Crawford himself, and then beat him, or from orthodox straight right hand. Lo and behold, Crawford does the exact thing that I said nobody else wanted to take a chance on doing. And that I said if Crawford does that, he beats Spence. And he did it. And he beat him. Same thing applies with Canelo right now. If Canelo swings big like he does at this point in time, and if we see Crawford genuinely be willing to take the chance to try to counter him after those big swings and misses, and not try to just get out the way, but look to take advantage of the opening, though the danger's there, he can beat him. Oh, we can beat him. He can absolutely beat him. Oh, there's no question in my mind he can beat him. It's entirely possible. More than possible. That turns into a real 50-50 situation. If he's able to execute that, and I know we can. That's why I keep saying more and more this fight, more and more we go through these fights, it's getting closer and closer to why this is a very engaging and incredibly closer affair as the days go on, excuse me. I'm going to make sure I keep on commenting with you all to see what you all have to say. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me make sure I got the chat right. I see it. I ain't clicked it. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. I got it. Okay. So Daniel Penny, do you think Davis was scared? Excuse me. Do you think Davis was scared of Santos' power? Again, I don't think, if you're talking about Keyshawn Davis, I don't think Keyshawn Davis was scared of Santos' power. I think more so, legitimately, for this fight, genuinely, I think Keyshawn is just growing out of the division. Because it happened with Haney, it happened with Shakur, and I don't think he's scared. Excuse me, hold on, excuse me. Okay, gosh, I ain't taking a sip of water. Whoa, wait a minute. There we go. Okay, I'm back. had to make sure my voice was good. But Davis isn't scared of De Los Santos. Genuinely, I don't think he's scared. I think he actually is just too big for the division. And he's just growing out of the division. Like what we've seen with Shakur in the past. So, now on the night of the fight, if he does show that, yeah, he is scared, we're going to see it. We're going to see it. We're going to absolutely see it. We are going to get a proving ground of whether or not it is indeed real or not that Davis is or is not scared of De Los Santos. We're going to find out when he deals with that athleticism and power in the ring, in front of him, even with the weight that he's got on him. We're going to find out. But I don't think at this point in time he's scared of facing De Los Santos. In the ring, when he experiences it, we're going to see how he reacts. Absolutely. But only time will tell. So let me see, J. Riggs. So you're saying that Errol Spence two-punch combination land. Well, actually, wait, hold on. Let's make the proper adjustments. We can make it so that it's seen on the screen. Right here. So you're saying that Errol Spence two-punch combo, leaning straight forward the entire fight, is more dangerous than Canelo stalking an aggressive approach with dominating power. No, Jay Riggs, I'm not saying that it's more dangerous. I'm saying that it is, at that point in time, nobody wanted to take the chance of taking that chance because of what Spence had been doing to everybody in the division. Breaking bones, breaking faces, bludgeoning people up, beating people out the Kingdom Come. But when wait, hold on. Wait. Am I reading that right? So you're saying the Errol Spence 2-punch combo leaning, stretching forward the entire fight is more dangerous than Canelo's stalking and aggressive approach with more dominating power. Okay, yeah, I just had to make sure I read it right. I'm not saying it's more dominating. I'm saying in a similar vein. That is the focal point to try to take advantage to beat. If you don't take advantage to beat him in that with that game plan of trying to counter and take advantage of those overcommitting punches, it's going to be very incredibly tough for you to win if you don't take those chances, as we've seen with countless opponents before. On Errol Spence's side, with Crawford, we're dealing with a similar situation. We are. Different punch, but same stuff. In terms of if you can find a way to counter and mitigate those big hooks that we see him always use, you have a better way to beat him, because that dangerous window is the best window to get yourself not just respect, but also to be able to be genuinely in a position to win. Look at it with Tank Davis is the perfect example. Let me see. Jay Riggs, both for breaking bones and faces. Crawford has never done that. No, he hasn't. Like I said, Crawford is a precision fighter. We were just talking about it. Crawford is a precision fighter. Crawford goes through and he will land punches perfectly. He's got great power to knock you out. His record shows that. But it's not the type of power that is bludgeoning. It's not. Errol Spence is like more so David Benavidez, from the standpoint of it's multiple shots with thudding power that break you down and beat you up. Terrence Crawford is more of a precision sniper in the way that he punches and how he gets his damage across. He's not going to cut you up as fervently. He's not going to make you swell and break your face as much as Errol Spence or Canelo. But what he will do is, with that precision and power, you feel it all throughout your body and you go down. He knocks you out. Like, it's not staggering, oh, fight, stop it. No, he knocks you out. That's what he does. And so again, Sean Porter, perfect example. When he beat Sean Porter at the boxing with the brother, losing that fight, when he turned on that sixth gear, what happened? He went and just, boom, jab right hand, uppercut. Sean Porter goes down. Another time, right hand, uppercut, hook. Sean goes down again immediately. And so, precision. That's what the building blocks are. Or for Crawford's best attributes: precision, countering, and power, and IQ. He can beat Canelo if he takes the same means of taking advantage of that small opening as a sniper that he is, to be able to go and beat Canelo. It's possible. But just like with Errol Spence, the danger of taking that chance is so great that most, if not all, don't even try to trade or take those opportunities to attempt to counter when Canelo overcommits or when Canelo recklessly comes in at times with those big hooks. Crawford can take advantage of that because of his ability and IQ to be able to potentially recreate the level of success that he had with Errol Spence. Of, oh my gosh, how could this be? I can't believe that he is doing this to this great fighter. Who would have thought? I'm not saying that's how it's going to play out, but I'm saying that's the best way that I can see as a means for Crawford, knowing how he fights, to truly make it so that he can make Canelo succumb. At least for me. But again, let's still love to hear what you all have to say on the thing. Let's see. Both were breaking bones. Yep, I read that. He's saying the only thing Crawford breaks is his gloves. But seriously, that's what gets stretched under the belt. Wait, he breaks his gloves? I don't know nothing about that. Now I don't know nothing about that. You talking about like breaking in the gloves or like breaking the gloves? This news to me. I'll give full disclaimer. News to me. Don't exactly know what that means specifically. But hopefully it ain't nothing shady. Hopefully it ain't nothing shady. My gosh. Hopefully not. Because I already know people going to bring up snack and all this other stuff. And it's going to be like, I'm trying to figure out what's real and what's fake, what is and what ain't. And it's a lot. I try to keep it just with the fights as clean as I can. And so, but let me see. Albuquerque, let's see. It happened more than once. Oh, excuse me. Wrong thing. David Avenesian still heated about the gloves. What happened with the gloves? Can somebody tell me? Am I missing? I think I'm missing something. I think I'm missing something. He did an interview. He did an interview in Boots' gym during the standing on this build up. What? Am I missing something? Is it? Jean-Luc, his gloves looked crazy in the Avenesian fight. The ref was going to stop the fight, but they let it go more. They let it go one round more, and Bud stopped David that round. Huh. Wait, so are you saying that the gloves just were, like, they broke apart? Are you saying that the gloves were tempered? Are you saying that there was no padding? Are we looking at a Margarito situation? Because the follow to that fight, I didn't see anything that showed any malpractice from a glove standpoint. And everything seemed to be good. His gloves look busted. Yes, the gloves. Hold on. Oh, if they pop. Okay. J Riggs, that might be what happened. And Al Buga, that might be what you see. It might be. It could be that they popped and like the stuffing was coming out. And so that's why they looked the way that they looked. But he ended it before they could stop it. But I'm like, shoot. If he busted his gloves in that fight with David Avenesian, that's some serious pop. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait a second. Oh shoot. Oh wait. David's still hot. I feel no, like I get it. Like, oh my gosh, the gloves busted. But like, it wasn't because it was ill will. It's because, brother, I'm just too strong. Wait a second. Oh shoot. So you mean to tell me that David Avenesian? So you mean to hold on, time out. Hold on, wait a minute. Time out 1 second. I think I just realized something. Daniel Pena, they burst open. That's insane. What makes this more insane? We were comparing that fight with Crawford and David Avenesian to Boots' fight with Avenesian. We were comparing the two and we were saying, hey, that's a good performance by Boots as well. He's got hit too much. Brother, no wonder Crawford put him out as cleanly as he did. I didn't realize he had that much power in him. Yo, that is insane. That is ridiculous. So, wait a minute. Let's put this into perspective. I'm not making any excuses for Bud on that. No, I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm saying if the gloves popped mid-fight, as in because of the power that he was bringing to the table, and the punch force was enough to break the glove padding and break the seams, do we need to rethink what we're talking about when it comes to power with Canelo and Crawford? Let's ask that question. Do we need to rethink what we talk about when it comes to the power disparity between Canelo and Terrence Crawford if this stuff is coming to light as we're going through and looking at the fights that each fighter have had? And we're seeing that Crawford's got enough pop that he's breaking his gloves mid-fight because of how hard he's landing on his opponent. Do we need to, is there a conversation that needs to be had that we need to revisit? Because maybe we are not giving Crawford enough credit for him being able to potentially hurt Canelo. actually get respect from Canelo beyond just boxing and beyond just being the savant of a tactician that he is, beyond just outthinking. Is it that the power may be something that Canelo might have to be worried about when he gets to 168? Because, mind you, Crawford is like I said before, pound for pound, he's one of the strongest boxers in the world. This brother is something serious. And if this is true, but at 168, I think we need to start questioning how is Crawford going to be punching. What type of crack is Crawford going to bring when he gets up to 168? Because it may just be. Again, I'm not trying to cap. I'm asking a question. I'm setting the stage, sure, adding some grandeur, some spice, but it's a legitimate question. Do we need to reevaluate the potential power disparity that's going on between Crawford and Canelo? But let me see what people have to say. That one point, that one hard punch. I don't know about a conversation about it, but it's an investigation. But an investigation was warranted. Like Penny said, it was quickly swept under the rug. Let's see, he was cheating. Plenty of powerful boxers that don't happen to their gloves. Come on, dude, you're smarter than that. And again, I'm trying to think, going back through history, with people breaking and busting gloves, situation with people taking out padding. Again, I am not trying to just overly just sympathize with Robert one way or another. Not trying to just draw conversation for the sake of conversation. And you're right, plenty of people punch, glove stays intact, everything's all good. And so, am I overthinking it? Maybe so. And so, let's see. And yeah, I've never heard of gloves busting open from power. You know what? Let me instead of me trying to speculate, let me look it up real quick. Let me see if there's been any instances of people busting their gloves mid-fight because of punch power. Let me see. Boxers who have let's see. Wait a minute. Did it happen more than once? Hold on. Did it happen more than once with Crawford? Wait a second. Hold on. There may be some validity to this. Because from what I'm reading right now, it might have happened against Majimov as well. Let me see. Like mid-fight, the gloves broke from the punches that Crawford was landing. Let me look it up to verify. Crawford. Because let me see. Who is this? Okay, Mike. Let's see. I'm pulling up. I'm trying to pull up. What was the thing? James Crawford rejected the grant. Singer explained the scenes a few minutes after Bud began working the pads. Okay, all right. Okay. So no, that wasn't mid-fight. That was beforehand. The gloves. Okay. So excuse me. Crawford has had another instance of gloves splitting before. It happened against Majimov, but it happened when they were trying to pick the gloves. And Crawford went and sparred with padding, and they broke sparring with the pads. And so, objected to him. In fact, I'll show you the thing to get the thing, so we can see verbatim, so everybody's on the same page. So, for Crawford, happened against David Avenese in mid-fight. It happened with him when like I said, Crawford objected to the Grant gloves worn by Israel Majimov. Sources told ESPN this is in the build-up or going into the Majimov fight. Commission approved the gloves. Crawford elected to wear the same ones. They split at the seams a few minutes after Bud began working the pads, delaying his warm-up. So, it's happened before. And so it's again, it's not just apparent. Mind you, this situation, he was wearing the gloves that Magimov was wearing. And he didn't want to wear those because he didn't feel they were good. Then when he did say, okay, I'll fight with them, and trained with them to warm up for the fight on the night, they busted and they broke. So he had to get different ones. So maybe this is an instance. Again, I'm not trying to read into it, but like I'm trying to piece this together too. So please understand. I'm trying to piece this together too. I'm not trying to play any sort of one way or the other. The only thing I care about is whether or not the fight's going to happen, who wins, and everything's on the up and up. That's the only thing. But I'm trying to get the picture too, so I can see if it's happened with other boxers before, that people have broken gloves on their in any situation because of power. So let me see. So if Hands of Stone, let's see. You never heard that busting gloves before, J Riggs. So if Hands of Stone would definitely be an example of gloves busting. If more than once, then that's not an omen. That's a conspiracy, and conspiracy sells. I say this time and time again, conspiracy sells. I mean, it's a part of it. Like I said, Deontay Wilder, the conspiracy that came out with him for the Tyson Fury fight helped sell the fight, no question about it. To be fair, Everlast officially released a statement blaming their gloves for the issue. Okay, so the gloves themselves were the problem. Okay, I understand. I've only seen it both gloves not fitting right or cheap products. Let's see. Oh, Stabby. Hey, brother. Good to see you. Glad you're back. Thanks for tuning into the show. We're glad to see you here. Can't wait to appreciate you tuning in back in. Victor Conte versus Eddie Reynoso. In terms of like, are they all in the same camp? Are they? No. Oh, no. You should, no. Yeah, I see. But, yeah. Battle of the Juice. The old HGH Olympics. As they would say again. And again, it's just quick side note. I really wish that this sport had a better job at being clean, because stuff like these conversations, they're fun, they're funny, they are, but it also it keeps reminding us of a bad shadow that this sport continues to have over its entire existence. Though it's getting better, it still lingers and pops up in the worst ways possible. And people are keeping a list of people that have popped. They're adding to it and posting it on Twitter every couple of months. And so I just wish the stuff was stricter. And I wish it was more of a baseline to make it so that we wouldn't have to have these jokes anymore, because now it's not as much of a rampant issue that we have to be concerned about at all times. But let me see. Fighters need to use brand new gloves in a fight, not training old gloves. I thought that they do use brand new gloves. It's just the gloves that they are accustomed to using, but it's a new version of that glove. I could be wrong though. Again, other people know more than me. And I think Conte versus Reynoso, I think Victor is way ahead right now. Yeah, after that Munguia situation, oh boy, Reynoso's boys got caught up. Yeah, they did. Oh, yeah, they did. So it's something serious. And so, but let me see. Eddie didn't have the look over. Good gosh. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Eddie didn't have the look. Am I tripping? Hold on. Wait a minute. From J Riggs, Eddie didn't have the overlook beyond training duties. That's all he did. Didn't watch nutrition. I don't know why I was bugging. My gosh. Shoot. But now, again, with how training camp goes through, I'm not as privy to what exactly is the standard for who controls what. In some situation, the trainer controls nutrition and diet and training and all that stuff. One-man team. Hey, look, I was tripping. I don't know why. I don't know what was going on. But shoot, brother, I was off the deep end for a second, because I was reading the thing 3 times and I'm like, man, I know this. I know what I'm seeing. I don't know why I'm reading it right. That was good gosh. Let me make sure I get myself together. Shoot. I can't be having that, not for a professional show. I can't be having that as a as a consistent thing. But again, for full disclaimer, when it comes to what goes on with training, I am not as privy to who controls what. Full disclaimer. What I thought was that just like David said, Eddie didn't do anything beyond just strictly the training. And it was a separate team that handled the nutrition of the people. But again, I wasn't sure. Either way, 3 fighters under Eddie got caught with the stuff. So there is some level of very heightened intrigue that needs to go into play when looking at what exactly those fighters are and what's going on inside the camp. Completely understandable. But again, I know what I know. I know what I don't know. What I don't know, I can't speak on. What I do know is there should be a heightened level of investigation from the camp or in the camp to see exactly what is going on. Because if Canelo, Oscar Valdez, and Munguia, 3 high-profile faces of Reynoso's training team or training regime, all have gotten something or other happen to them. At some point in time, something is going on. It could be just a very, and I mean a very interesting coincidence. But it could also be a sign of something deeper. So, like I said in the past, something needs to be looked into. Just, if nothing comes up, okay, fine. There's just 3 circumstantial issues that happened, but not a widespread problem within the camp. Or it could be that everybody's on something and something's a problem. I'm not speculating. I'm just trying to say this is why it's important that something needs to be looked into. Just to make sure everything's on the up and up on both sides. Whether it's Victor, whether it's Eddie, don't matter. Because we just want the sport clean. The only thing we care about is having the best of the best fight at their best and the best win or lose. And we see who's actually the better man. And so that's all. That's the only thing I care about. I'm not trying to spin stories or buy into the conspiracies. I'm trying to get the facts the best I can so I can help inform you and inform myself as well. And so let me see. Maybe in the lower weight fights, it's different. But gloves are always brand new. They pick at least 2 gloves. See, that's what I thought. They picked 2 sets of gloves before the fight, and they signed them and they seal them. They take them to a location and store them away so nobody gets tampered with. And then on the night of the fight, they get brought to the locker rooms. And so yeah, they did it for the. I remember. Who was it? I think they had a behind the scenes thing with Fury versus Wilder. They did that. Floyd Mayweather and Showtime, when they did behind the scenes for him, they had those vignettes of choosing gloves, hand wraps, and whatnot. And that was the process. So no, he's right. So that's how it goes to make sure that everything is on the up and up. So if a glove does break in the midst of an actual fight, it's not because the glove is worn and the parameters are put in place to make sure that the glove wasn't tampered with. So it could be an actual malfunction, or legitimately somebody just got that much power. Or, a punch lands, but it lands awkwardly and it may, hit the glove in such a way that, causes a rip or causes a tear at the seam. And then, boom, you see what happens. But they should be and are at least guaranteed by the commission untouched. At least that's what's supposed to be the case. And they got a process for it all. Absolutely. Exactly. The gloves are held by a third party, not held by the team. So they're held by a third party. Okay. So a separate party from either camp to ensure that nothing goes wrong. Okay. So that's the part. Okay, thank you. See, this is great. We're all learning, helping to understand the behind the scenes aspects of the sport, so we all get better at knowing what when something does go awry, what is and isn't supposed to be, what is and isn't a red flag to be like, hey, somebody needs to look out for that. So we understand that. But again, this is still y'all's show. We still got so much stuff that we can discuss. Do you want to touch more on the Canelo Crawford thing? Because that seems got a lot of people intrigued into what that fight potentially will be. Do we have a new expectation for what Keyshawn Davis needs to do for his fight tomorrow with the added weight that he's got now, coming in overweight on the fight with De Los Santos? if he struggles against De Los Santos with the added weight, does this now hurt him as a fighter and make us have to question some more stuff? Because now with the better advantage and with us seeing you as potentially, you should be able to handle De Los Santos even though he's a tough opponent. If you can't get him, or at least if you can't really control him, it's not going to be held against him. At least in you all's opinion. Listen, what happened to game one? Oh, so we got more people talking about the chat. What happened? Wait, hold on. Before I actually read that, Jay Riggs has something to say. Have you ever bought a new pair of Jordans and played basketball, got shook, and blew one of your shoes? Don't tell me I'm the only one that experienced my ankles broken and getting cooked. No, that's just you. Hey, look, I would keep that to yourself. I wouldn't say that. I would not say that outside of anything. I would keep that to yourself. Don't tell nobody out there. In fact, you know what? This comment doesn't exist. That never happened. It never transpired. This experience never happened. I think that's just you. Now, it happened to Zion. It did. But more so, it's just because he was so doggone big that he took a step and bust through the shoe. Because he was just that strong. It happened to Manu Ginobili. I think like more than once. But I think that that might be just a you thing. It might be just you. It might be just you thing. So I said to leave the comment before it's too late. Hey, look, if you want to delete it, perfectly fine. The chat's free reign. I ain't touching that. Just know. Just an example. Don't put yourself out there. In fact, I'll help you. I'll help you. Where's that? Well, can I? We'll remove that. We'll take that out. It never happened. If you don't get to this point in the show, it never happened. They never know. And so, buddy, you might want to keep that to yourself and just leave that for your own, in your own mind, for your own memory, because that's not supposed to happen. That's not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen. Yeah, exactly. Looking forward. We're moving forward. Anybody can get beat and get crossed. That's no problem. We're looking ahead. It happened. We move on. Next time. You know what? Next time. No question. Next time. No issue. We'll stick with ball and we'll bring up game one. Al Booger. Perfect segue. Because hey. Just like with Jay Riggs, the unexpected happened, and what you thought was supposed to be secure, next thing you know, had you looking like a fool. And now OKC looking like a fool because they got beat by the Pacers in an improbable comeback win to go and take game one in a game that the OKC dominated for nearly 47 minutes. Roughly 46 minutes, 30 seconds. They had the lead for the entire game. They at one point in time led by close to 14 going into the fourth quarter. They had it locked upwards of plus 10 in the game. Or rather, with 9 minutes left in the game. Well and good ahead. Seemed like they had it in the bag. Next thing you know, Pacers do what they've been doing all year long, and they come back and they somehow pull another rabbit. They somehow got more magic in the tank, and this miracle run ain't over. Good gosh, it ain't over. It's not over. It's more than over. This turned this into a series. And anybody who said that this was going to be boring, this wasn't going to be something to care about, you need to look in the mirror, because this is now a game that has set the course for what this entire series can potentially be. OKC is the better team, but OKC just got shown, brother, you ain't good enough that you can kill us. You can't. We struck the first blow, and this is like you getting to compare it to a fight. Imagine if we had seen the likes of anybody. Name your favorite fighter. This would be like if Tank was fighting Lamont Welch, but in this situation, it went like we all thought he was going to go, and where Tank would just dominate. And for the first round, Tank did dominate. And then all of a sudden, we see Roach land a shot and knock him down. Actually, like, knock him down. And all of a sudden, we're saying, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. Can you believe it? Is it impossible? This would be like if Dubois knocked down Usyk after getting dominated in the first round, completely. And their rematch come later on this year. That'll be insane. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And Jay Riggs, you got Tyson versus Douglas. This is more interesting than that because Tyson versus Douglas, Tyson knocked down Douglas first. And Tyson was winning the fight, or was in control of the fight up until a certain point when Douglas started pouring it on and then getting the upset. But imagine a different scenario with Tyson and Douglas. Douglas knocked down Mike Tyson in round 1 after Douglas was on shaky legs for the whole 2 minutes of the first round. That's what this is like. This is improbable. This is insane. It's ridiculous, but it makes for a phenomenal series. And let's see, and everybody went quiet. The stadium was dead silent. Oh, you could hear a pin drop. You couldn't believe it. And Tyrese Halliburton didn't even have a great game. 14 and 8. Maybe 14 and 10, 14 and 8. 12 points up until he hit that game winner. Went coast to coast off a rebound and just went there. Andy versus AJ. Yeah. It's like Andy versus AJ when AJ got knocked down. Oh my gosh, I don't believe this. This is shock. It's shock and awe. We're saying like the Pacers are real. And many people have been consistently trying to push them under the rug. They're not like that. They're not, this ain't gonna last forever. They can't keep coming back from these deficits. They can't keep on making magic out of nothing, making lemon out of lemon or lemonades out of lemon, finding diamonds in the rough, somehow still finding a way. People keep on saying they can't do it, and they keep on doing it. They keep doing it. And again, I missed it. So Pacers won. Yeah, Pacers won. Pacers won off a game winner by Tyrese Halliburton. In fact, here, I might be able to put. If you ain't get to see it, I might be able to pull up the shot for you, to be able to see exactly what was going on, because it was a ridiculous circumstance. Yeah. Here it is. For those of you, if you didn't get to see it, here's exactly. No, not that. There we go. This is what happened.
Gilgeous-Alexander spins, pulls up, jumper, off the mark, won't go.
From Mike.
This is what happened.
Has it. There's about a 9-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander spins, pulls up, jumper, off the mark, won't go. Rebound, Neesmith. The Pacers with a chance to win it. Final seconds, no fouls to give. Halliburton looking. Halliburton driving, pulls up, jump shot. It's good!
Ridiculous.
It's good!
Ridiculous.
With 3/10 of a second remaining.
It's insane.
Timeout, OKC. Tyrese Halliburton does it again.
It doesn't make sense.
Their first lead of the game.
It doesn't make sense. It truly doesn't make sense, because he keeps on doing this stuff. He's had 5 game winners.
The Pacers take a
4 in the playoffs. This one run.
This is what you want.
Like
the MVP with his
this man has had. He's got more playoff buzzer beaters and game winners than some people have in their entire career. He's already got some of the most in NBA history, only behind Reggie Miller and LeBron, who's got 8. Miller's got 5. Halliburton, because of this series or because of this entire playoff run, has 5 game winners. He's 5 for 5 on closeout, game-tying, game-winning shots this year. It doesn't make sense how clutch this brother is every single time out. It just boggles my mind. It boggles. And this team was losing. This team was frazzled. This team was out of their element. This team was getting dog-walked defensively. OKC was able to have their way fast on a fast break and do whatever they wanted to, making them get 19 turnovers in the first 3 quarters of the first half of the game. Pacers had 19 turnovers. That's 8 turnovers a quarter that they were averaging, just about. By the time halftime came through, it was ridiculous. Shea had 40. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander had 40 points. Just about 40, 38, 39. Play like an MVP. Look comfortable. And they still can't. Oh, it's insane. It's insane. Absolutely. It is insane. And so, but let me see. Robin Givens won the fight. Mike was in very difficult time back then. I believe. No, you ain't wrong. No, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong about that. You ain't wrong about that law. Let me see. Hallie did it again. Like, he did it again. He did it again. My gosh. Why? But also, I can't be surprised. He's been doing this for the past 3 years. He did this in terms of being able to elevate a franchise. He's been doing this since he played in Sacramento with De'Aaron Fox. They had a dynamic duo. Good gosh, they kept them together. Shoot, what type of game they would be able to play. But he's been growing into this since then. And again, I truly feel this man is a lower tier superstar, but a superstar nonetheless. Because he has been to the playoffs multiple times and has been able to be successful consistently, both individually and with his team on multiple occasions. This isn't just a first-time rodeo where it's a miracle run and all of a sudden he's playing out of his mind for this one time in the playoffs. Just like with Jalen Brunson, he has also been playing up to the standard of being one of the best guards in the entire league for like 3 seasons now. I don't know what else you need him to prove except for this man. He's like that. He's like that. This brother is like that. I'm so serious. He's cold-blooded. He's cold. The moment ain't too big. Mr. Two-Tone voice himself. The brother can host his own. He could voice his own cartoon or anime series because he can switch his voice at the drop of a hat from high to low at any given point, mid-conversation. It's strange. But you know what's consistent? This brother got a game that ain't gonna change. His game ain't changing. His voice may. The brother looks like when he talks to somebody, it sounds like there's 3 people in the room. Because it's you, him, and his second voice that all of a sudden comes in and interjects. Good gosh. He talks like he got 2 people inside of one body. It's incredible. I don't know how. I don't know why. But regardless of which, brother, he got a 2-tone voice, but he got a 1-tone game. Because it won't waver whenever it falters. Or no matter what tries to make it falter. And even when he plays bad, he keeps on showing that you can still rely on him. His bad games still don't make him a not viable factor to still close the show. It's insane. He just got to be close. The team just got to be close, and then they can take it. It's ridiculous. Let me see. And that's crazy. Y'all know I'm not good at basketball or know much about basketball, but the good stuff to see that highlight. Thanks for that. Oh yeah. See, I'm trying to be more intentional with being able to show you with the action of what we're discussing rather than just trying to describe it. Because hey, the pros do it. Why can't we? So we're gonna try to do that too. Now, if I had a more production team, I could have it be like, hey, cue it up, make it happen, get it posted. Have like all these different screens, all this. Hey, dude, we're gonna build to that. We're gonna build and grow to that. No question about it. Absolutely. But yeah, man, this final series, you need to watch it. That's the biggest thing. You need to watch this final series. This is not a series that is just, I can miss it. This is not a series that, there's no big market appeal. There's no big time teams or big time players that I don't know. So I don't care. If you want to, you're getting 2 big stars develop right in front of your eyes for you to be able to see, gravitate towards, and be like, oh my gosh, there's some real talent in the league. But you need to take the time to watch it. This is the best opportunity for literally the best hoops imaginable. With 2 teams that are indeed now shown, hey, brother, it's going to be competitive when they fight, when they play against each other. And it ain't going to just be a wash. It ain't going to be just even if it's a gentleman's sweep, it ain't going to be a series that's just going to be a wipeout. Nah. Every second of this series is going to be on pins and needles. Because OKC can make a big lead, and Pacers can close it in less than a quarter. A 20-point lead is not good enough. A 30-point lead isn't even good enough if there's still 2 quarters to play. If you have 5 minutes and you're down by 20, you are not safe if you're playing against Indiana. I don't think you understand how reckless or how ridiculous that sounds, but it's real. If you are not up by 20 with 2 minutes left to go, you're not up by enough. If you're up by 10 with a minute to go, you're in trouble. If you're up by 15 with 5 minutes to go, you're in trouble. The only good lead is a lead by 30 or more. And even then, that is a good lead. That's not a monstrous lead because the Patriots have shown they can come back for more. Are you kidding me? But no team has won in the finals after being down as much as the Patriots were down going into the fourth quarter. It is 160 plus losses and 0 wins. This is the only team to come back from that deficit and win in the finals. Ever. Ever. That's preposterous. That's not sensible. But it's real. This team, I'm telling you, I don't care. You got to be a believer. You may not like Tyrese Halliburton. You may not like Indiana. But you can't speak like they just some Joe Schmo. They beat Cleveland by 40 in the closeout. They pressed and dominated New York after escaping away with game one off another game winner. This team gave Boston nightmares in the regular season. This team was always on the radar of being one of the best offenses in the league. With a roster that may not look as great, but boy, they can run with anybody. They outrun everybody. And no longer, we can't look at this team as just, they're a facade. No, they like that. They're like that now. Okay, so you better take game 2. If Oklahoma does not take game 2, we're going to have ourselves a real, it's going to be something serious. It's going to be something serious for the fan base to be like, what are we witnessing? What type of mess are we just seeing unfold before our eyes with a team that should not on paper compete at all? Oh, it's insane. It's ridiculous. It's preposterous. But that's what we're experiencing, man. That's what we're experiencing. So it's insane. But I think how much time we've had another 3-hour show. My goodness. I guess now we can start winding it down because people still want to enjoy their Friday, don't they? Is there anything else anybody wants to say when it comes to talking about the world of boxing? We can cover it. We can talk about it. We can be about it. Whatever you want to say, whatever you want to talk about, we can still make the world your own. I guess we can do a last call just about. For anybody who wants to have a topic of discussion for the show, because now I got to wrap it up and I got to get out of here. It's been phenomenal. I love it. I love the conversation. I love all that we've been doing. But we still got work to do. Still got to potentially see if I can prep for tomorrow, because we got a bunch of stuff going on tomorrow with the fights going on this weekend. And I'm going to try to live stream it all. I'm going to try. Can't guarantee, but I'm going to try. And if I do, I'll push it up for everybody to go through. But absolutely. But again, last call. We got, wait a minute. Is that 16 people that we got all of a sudden jumping in the chat? Or is it not? However many it is. Mind you, one last call. This is the championship rounds. This whole show is dedicated to you, all the fans. This is your time to talk about whatever you want to discuss in the landscape of basketball, boxing, sports, movies, video games, all that. Don't matter where. This is your time to say whatever you want to say, do whatever you want to do, and make the show your own before we wrap it up. Also, for my gamers out there, listen, you think you can replay a video, Crawford versus Majimov, and commentate your style? I would watch it. Huh. I ain't never thought of that. Actually, I don't know if I can, due to the fact that because that content is owned by, who is it? DAZN. I don't know if I have the rights to be able to show that on my channel, to be able to stream. I don't know. I know Showbiz the Adult does that. It's very cool what he does when going through and commentating and talking over fights, giving like a live fight replay analysis of what happened. Absolutely. But also, he's working directly with DAZN as like a actual like partner or contracted employee, doing live fight commentaries both with them and getting access to film fights and databases to be able to use it on his channel. I don't know if I have that permission. Because I'm not in that position, excuse me. I don't believe I had that permission. From everything I know with copyright law No, I gotta be careful. Because if I get mixed with this channel's going away. And so I gotta be mindful with it. So if I can do it, that would be something I'm open to do. At this point in time, I don't think I can though. But if I find a way that I'm able to, hey, I'll make it happen. No question about it. And we'll do it right here on the channel. Absolutely. But I'm glad that you would want to watch it. I'm really appreciative of that. And I promise you, if we stream tonight or tomorrow, for the fights going on over the weekend, you can listen to fight commentary with that too. And so it might not be that fight, but it's going to be a litany of others. That's all going to be exciting. No question about it. But again, last call. Is there anything else we can do? He did it before without playing it. Just commentates while you watch. Okay. So that's a way. I didn't know that was a way. Thank you for letting me know. Now I got a vein to go and operate and look through, and to see how. Okay, was there a certain way they did to make it work, or was it just straight up pulled it up, no sound, and then rocked with it and talked to it? So hey, we'll see it. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what. I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with it. Same way you doing live. Okay, all right. Okay, that helps paint a better picture. Now that I know, I can go. Can't you copy that formula, apply it to my thing, and see what we can do? Absolutely, no question about it. And so appreciate it. That's a good idea. It's a very good idea. It's a very good idea that I can do down the line. Absolutely. As long as everything's on the up and up, I can do it down the line. No question about it. But again, last call. Anything anybody else wants to talk about? Anything anybody else wants to discuss? We can make it happen. We can talk about it. Again, video games, sports, movies, fights, TV, food. No matter what. Oh, didn't want to say, for my gamers out there, hey, fellow gamers, PS5 went on sale. If you want one between now and June 11th, get it while you can. Oh, please do. Please do. They done marked it down. Oh, they marked it down for, what was it, State of Play? For people that play, essentially, for those of you who don't know anything I'm talking about, but you play video games. State of Play, PlayStation's own network, they have like this press conference where they show you what's going to happen. Because at the end of the press conference, they said they're marking down the consoles. So instead of 500, it's going to be like between 380, 360, 440, 450 instead of 599. So if you want one, now is the time to get it. If you want one, now is the time to get it. Hey, if you want to give me one, now's the time to give it to me. So we can, if we just get, how many is it? And I ain't even gonna play that game. And so yeah, Walmart does refurbished. Now I think it's 300. They do, but I think now you can get the new ones for $330. It's either $330 or $360. So you can get a brand new one, $330 or $360, instead of refurbished that might have some more problems. So it's like, oh, you can get it for new. So no, it ain't bad at all. It ain't bad at all. So if you out there, hey, take advantage of it and do what you can. No question about it. And make it happen for yourself. Hey, maybe we can play online against each other. Some of y'all wanted to fight me in Undisputed. Some of y'all want to fight me in Tekken. We can make it happen. And brother, I will boom, boom, boom. Jab the mess out of you. Oh yeah, I'll get to you. Oh, Justin Kemp, wait a minute. I've been waiting on you, brother. What's going on, man? How you doing? Brother, glad you're back. You came in at the tail end, but we here. We getting ready to end off the show. We getting ready to end it, but I'm glad that you're here. Glad that you're tuning in. Glad that you came to support. Leave a like on the stream since you're here. And hey, if nobody else has anything to say, I think we're going to wrap this up and send it home. It's been a phenomenal show. I truly appreciate it. Thanks for all of those who chose to donate and help out to the channel. Really means a lot to me. We're going to do a better job of being able to track who gives what so we don't miss it when people do give something. Again, because it's not the official, because it's not the official super chat way, because I don't have access to doing super chats yet, because I don't have enough watch time yet. I got to do it through this. And some of y'all were eager to give something. So, this is what we do. Once we get that, this will be seamless. Right now, I just got to make sure I got my docs right so that I'm able to see when people give. So I'm not missing out on people. Because hey, Jay Riggs, I saw you giving. I just saw it late. I ain't want you hot. I don't want you to stop supporting because you feel like, oh, he's taking my money for granted. How dare he? That's the last time I'm giving it back. I'm gonna get my money back. That's what you're gonna do. I don't want that. Hey, Lord knows I don't want that. I dare not bite the hand that feeds me. So we're gonna be better. We're gonna do it better. Absolutely. We're gonna do better as we grow to, again, full-blown super chat monetization and then outright channel monetization with ads and all that stuff. And we're gonna work to make this show as great as we can be. But again, it's not about the money. It's about the substance. We trying to make this show great for you all, because I want this to be a legitimate, big-time, global affair that can affect the landscape of the sports world, all with your voice. Absolutely. We appreciate it. And I appreciate you. No question about it. But if ain't nobody else got nothing to say, we're going to head on out of here. So with all that being said, well, this has been another episode of The Welch Report with me, your host, Jean-Luc Welch. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to the show. We appreciate everybody who tuned in, gave a like on the stream. Hey, leave a like on the stream before you leave if you like what we had to say. Comment in the comment section once the video's over what you liked about it, what you didn't like, what you want to talk about next time around. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you know every time we post on the channel with whatever we do. And share the show with everybody that you know so we can build up this empire of a community together. I appreciate it so much. If you want to support, please feel free to give whatever you can. And we appreciate it oh so much. And it goes back into the show to make it better and better to help us make this show bigger and grander for you all, because that's what you all deserve. No question about it. But I've been Jean-Luc Welch. Y'all have been wonderful. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy the weekend. Get ready for the fights coming up this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. And we will see you all this next time. Yeah. See y'all next time. I was about to say next week, but you could see me tomorrow. So we're going to have to wait and see. But yeah, we'll see you all next time. Appreciate it. Peace and love. We are out of here. Absolutely.